Okay, after several weeks of moving left, right, she's back to the sender. Waiguru amesema UDA kazi ni kazi. She's mulling option to join UDA. She said that she will be listening to the crowd, see what the voters say, and make a decision. And she seems to be angling to the side of UDA party. But the big question is, will she be able to displace the already established UDA members who are eyeing for the same seat she's defending? Will she be able to overtake Ngirici, who has been a UDA confident member, and already she's established on the ground, and things are working in her favor? So is Waiguru making a political gamble? Is she calculating well, or she's missing political steps? Is it the right timing for her? And will she survive the UDA wave of Ngirici mwenye anasema Kirinyaka kwanza? So for her, she's saying she has been listening to the ground, but Ngirici alisema, welcome. We have been already on the ground. We have been listening since then. So we know what the people want, and we know the direction we are taking. Okay, so there are interesting times ahead, and we want to watch exactly and see what she wants to do, how she will be able to manage the tide in UDA, and also manage the opposition from other players who may not necessarily be UDA candidates. Is she standing at a vantage position when she joins UDA after dilly-dallying for all that period? Couldn't she have made a decision to join earlier? She has allowed other people to establish themselves, and then finally she joins. Or should she even opt for a different position? She should even drop her ambition for being governor and go for running mates. There are many people who have been eyeing her to be running mates. We don't know if this Oka thing will hold together or everybody will go on his own. So, and we see many of them have appetite for running mates from Mount Kenya. So should she go to UDA to be sacrificed? Because I don't see how she is going to overtake Ngirici in UDA, or unless she's going there to just to be there and add value and reconnect with her voters. But in terms of getting a ticket, it's a tall order. Anyway, they say in politics, one day is like 1,000 years. And so maybe she can repackage herself, reposition herself, and come back as a strong candidate and overtake the women rep of Kirinyaka. So talk to us. Tell us, what do you think Waiguru should do? Some people are arguing that now that Waiguru was in a handshake team, alikuwa mweupe kama pamba. But immediately she has stepped out. Kuna wale wanamuona, they are seeing her blind spots and started saying that she's corrupt. So what do you think? Should she be regarded as, should she play the victim that AICC is following her because of her association with Ruto or UDA? Her claim that she needs to look for another political space because Jubilee is no longer acceptable in Mount Kenya. She also talked about the BBI thing, I think some 2 weeks ago, about, she said that Mount Kenya haikuwa imekubali mambo ya BBI. Was it a true statement or she was just looking for political fodder? So let's join the studio and give us your views. For those who are watching us from different parts and you can't join the live discussion, you are invited to make your comments. We will sample or even read all the comments if time allows us. For those who are able to join, I'm just sharing a link right now, and you can join and participate. I'll share one of the clip that captures what she was talking, as she gave a strong signal that actually she has decided to work with UDA. Mwili yote imeingia, imepaki mkia tu peke yake. We don't know whether she's still testing the waters or she has fully decided. Let's know what you think.
Mimi nitafanya vile watu wa Kirinyaga wanasema. Mimi nitawauliza ndugu zangu na dada zangu, kwa sababu nasikia mmesema mtanirudisha. Munataka nikuje na chama gani huku Kirinyaga? Nikuje na chama gani huku Kirinyaga? Nikikuja na hiyo chama mtanirudisha? Wangapi watanirudisha kwa kiti 2022? Mimi nitasema sio mimi, nikisema nauliza wana. Na nikasema mimi nitafanya vile watu wa Kirinyaga wanasema. Mimi nitawauliza ndugu zangu na dada zangu, kwa sababu nasikia mmesema mtanirudisha. Munataka nikuje na chama gani huku Kirinyaga? Nikuje na chama gani huku Kirinyaga? Nikikuja na hiyo chama mtanirudisha? Wangapi watanirudisha kwa kiti 2022? Mimi nitasema sio mimi, nikisema nauliza wana.
Okay, the clip was that brief. She's saying that it's not her opinion to join UDA as a party, but in her own assessment, it is the ground that is dictating what she should do and where she should be. So as a leader, do you need to give your people direction, or people need to give you direction? Okay, let's have a few comments before we start with the first panelist who has arrived in the studio. Elisha, okay, he's just waiting. UG says tunasema Ruto mambo yote na mafans wake. UG, thank you. Princess anasema you can't buy a Kikuyu, you can only rent one. So in this case was Waiguru on rent, and on whose rent? Hiyo ni swali. Lee Makwinyi says Waiguru will be in political cold come 2020 September. Is it 2020? I think he meant 2022 September. Waiguru will be in political called come, I think it's 2022. Yeah, he missed the year, but we've got the idea. Cynthia says, good idea. Prince Emo, it will also be a dilemma for William Ruto to do what? Okay, the statement is not complete. Okay, she will ditch UDA after being nominated. Okay, we don't know. She will ditch after being nominated. I think maybe Princess wanted to mean that she will ditch UDA after failing nomination, because I don't think she can get nominated and ditch UDA. The only reason that can make her to leave UDA is if she contests in a nomination and loses. She might want to defend her seat as a governor so she can go as an independent candidate or join any other party. I don't think maybe there will be time for people to join other parties, but some people go to nomination while holding certificate for other small parties. In case mambo ikiumana, anaenda na hiyo certificate. Okay, we have Willy anasema, is she a Kikuyu? If yes, was she rented or bought? Is she now being barter traded? Wakenya muko na maswali. Patrick Kiplangat anasema maybe she is testing the deeper waters. Okay, she's testing the ground. She's testing the political reactions. Okay. Victor Avembe says we will elect Waiguru in UDA even if she is a thief. Okay, kwa hivyo akikuwa tu na papa mnasema papa anamsanitize, lakini akirudi UDA mnasema ako sawa. Haya, wacha tukubali ishe. Keva anasema she had earlier indicated not to contest but campaign for UDA. The game plan is being UDA machinery and be given parastatal job or a diplomatic job. Kwani, is she still looking for lighter duties as she indicated though that time when she was leaving the ministry? Okay. Pendo ameonyesha ako pamoja na sisi. Angela anasema hi bro. Mwangi anasema vice. Okay, aende vice president, deputy president. BG anasema let's wait what the president will say on Mashujaa Day, then we can know the direction of the mountain. Okay, BG thinks that October 28th may be a time for the president to give Mount Kenya direction. Okay, we will keep our eyes and ears open. Joe Moma says, bravo, UDA Tosha. Okay. Man Stanley, like Ruto said on February, what even Uhuru will be in UDA. Stanley feels like everybody is going to UDA, including the president himself. They will follow the party or what, and then join UDA. Sisi tuko hapa tu, kazi yetu ni kuangalia. Nyachenga anasema this is the right time to join political party, very ripe. So has she done the right timing? Nyachenga agrees that is the right time. Joe Moma says, Victor Avembe, volume please. Victor, who is that? Victor, okay, I don't know. Waiguru will be a flower girl. That is Stanley. James anasema I thought she said nobody can buy a Kikuyu. Does it mean she had been bought by Jubilee? Now she has realized. Okay. Bernard anasema Waiguru will not survive Ngirici wave. Kadinya anasema she's banging on getting a DP slot. Obviously it is a costly gamble. I heard her talk about defending her seat 2022, so I don't know whether she's eyeing for the DP slot or defending her seat. I will take her by her own words, although she has been flip-flopping. Her words are not to be trusted. She may say something today and tomorrow she changes because the ground may not be favoring her. Handa says, I think it's now understanding that the ground is UDA. It's the right time to come back. Ma'am, we shall consider you. Okay, there are voters who say that if she comes back to UDA, she will be considered. Victor Okombo says, umesema Anne Waiguru hasumbui, hana msimamo huyo. Okay. Morio anasema she's banging on getting a DB slot, which is dangerous gamble. Rafael says that is the end of her political career. Yeah, keep your comments coming. I'll read all of them. Thank you, Mosh, for coming into live show. Thank you, Hanox Kenya. Hanox, is it your first time? You're welcome. Omosh seems to be a familiar face with a new name. Okay. That almost, I suspect, is Kamau. Anyway, time will tell. That is Jose. Geoffrey says that is the end of her political career. Waiguru is a camouflage. That is Ruto. Ruto with kuna Ruto na double T na kuna Ruto ya T moja. Mnajuanga hizo mambo. Kadinya says she's banging on DP. Okay, I think that one I've read. David says Ruto anaokota wale watu ni wakora wote. Wamekataliwa na watu wanafanya anawafanya wazuri. Ruto hajasema ako na sanitizer, wewe unamuingilia bure. Joseph anasema time will tell. Peter says Waiguru ni bure. Wakenya muko na mambo. Justus anasema bats. Sijui alitaka kusema birds of the same feather, so amesema tu bats. Okay. Anthony anasema UDA ni chama ya Mtembei. Okay. Hata wewe karibu. Justus anasema bats bla 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 bla. Vicky anasema who is Waiguru? A failure joining failures. Said anasema NYS mama Waiganjo. Muko na comments. Acha nimalizie hizi tatu alafu tuanze live show. Ruto ni tsunami, that is Ken. David anasema Waiguru akiingia good, but kiti ni haitwi wa Ngirici, anaitwa Ngirici. Okay, and then Sir Apio anasema she wants to be DP for Ruto. Afande anasema Waiguru is a political career. Okay, Afande anasema Waiguru's political career almost died before last election, but Kirinyaga people gave her a political life by electing her as a governor. So, are you suggesting that they are going to revive her political career again? Nelson anasema it is clear that Uhuru is not with Raila Odinga because Waiguru is closest friend and the former secretary of Uhuru when he was finance minister. The message will be declared in Bomas on 30th. Okay. Nelson ametuambia labda hiyo ni ishara mzee hataki Raila Odinga. Haya, hiyo ni maoni ya Nelson. Hassan anasema kumbe umeona hiyo game. Douglas anasema mlima tuko na Ruto. Okay, I thank you for your comments. Keep them coming. We will read them. We create time and read them. Keep them coming. Welcome to the studio. Tuko na Willis, tuko na Omosh, tuko na Kenya, someone Hanox Kenya, and then Mala. I want to begin with Willis. How are you, Willis?
I'm good.
Uh-huh.
You can hear me?
Unasikiaje hii story ya Waiguru?
Sasa story ya Waiguru imenifunza vitu mbili. Number one, Waiguru, labda niseme kidogo about siasa yake. Waiguru aliingia siasa wakati mbaya sana kwa maisha yake. Na mimi kama mwanasiasa ambaye naendelea kujifunza, ninaamini ya kwamba watu wa Kirinyaga si eti walipigia Waiguru kura juu wanampenda, but ni ufanusi na position yake kwa hiyo wakati katika serikali ya Uhuru Kenyatta ambaye ilimpea kiti ya Kirinyaga. Waiguru kupata kiti yake ya ugavana kwangu mimi ni bahati alipata, na ni zawadi alipewa na watu wa Kirinyaga kwa niaba ya mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Sasa hivi Waiguru amenifunza leo vitu mbili. Namba moja ni kana kwamba watu wa Kirinyaga, a good number of the people of Kirinyaga have decided to join UDA. And it means, and it has shown me that it shows that the people of Kirinyaga are in support of the UDA party. Angalia position ambayo Karanja Kibicho alichukua some 2 weeks ago kuimpress Ngirici. Na leo Waiguru katika umati ya watu amewauliza swali, na kwa hiyo picha nimeangalia na nimetazama hiyo picha sana. Nimeona namba kwanza ni kwamba hao watu walikuwa ni kama walikuwa wamevaa kitu inaitwa reflectors. The group that Waiguru was addressing today, it's a group yenye either ilikuwa informed of the meeting ama ilikuwa ni mradi fulani Waiguru alikuwa ameenda kuanzisha, ikabidi awaulize hii swali ili kujua nini watu wa Kirinyaga wanasema. Kumbuka tarehe 20 tuko Kirinyaga kwa mambo ya mashujaa, na mwanasiasa yote angetaka kuharibu, knowing with the position of the president, the position that we can see of the president is like is against this UDA party. Lakini wakati Waiguru anatokezea mchana kusema ya kuuliza watu ni chama gani anataka waingie, watu wanamwambia anaingia UDA, na anawapromise, anawaambia kweli nikiingia hiyo chama kama mtani support. Number one, inatuonyesha kwamba the people of Kirinyaga today like 70% ama 80% lazima wana support hii chama inaitwa UDA. Ndugu yangu, Waiguru si kiti ya ugavana anatafuta tena. Nimekuambia kiti ya ugavana kwa Waiguru ilikuwa bahati nasifu. Wengi walisema, nakumbuka baba akisema, na wengine walisema ya kwamba huyu ni manzi wa president. Sijui kama ni ukweli, mimi na hiyo si maneno yangu. Aliangukia hii kiti ya ugavana. Sasa hivi siwezi sema ya kwamba Waiguru anatafuta kiti ya ugavana, kwa sababu nikiangalia kutoka kwa hapa kwangu Kisii, naona kwamba mababi wamejisimama kwa hii kiti ya ugavana. Kuna Karanja Kibichu, kuna Ngirici. Unaona Ngirici siasa yake venye imeendelea, na kuna sasa Waiguru. Waiguru amepima serikali ambayo inaingia, na serikali ambayo inaingia kwa kuona kwangu kama hivi ndio kitu, Waiguru ni kiti anatafuta ingine, lakini si deputy president. Anaweza kosa kupata governor, anatafuta venye ya kusurvive in the next government. Na watu wamemwambia kutoka kule nyumbani, Mlima ni kana kwamba imeamua, kama kona Mlima imeamua ya kwamba hii chama inaitwa UDA. And kuna mtazamaji mmoja ameandika hapo message, amesema hata Uhuru ataingia huko. Mimi naonelea ukweli, hii UDA itabeba watu wote wenye walikuwa Jubilee, watarudi hapa. Wakirudi hapa, hii chama ndio inaenda kusimamisha watu, na kuna mwingine atasimama ugavana, kuna mwingine anaona ugavana inaenda, ajipange ili apate, kwa sababu in any government, and I can tell you this, if William Ruto wins the next presidency, kama kuna kiti atapeana ya kwanza, ikuwe Waiguru ameingia ofisi ama ajengia, Waiguru ni mtu wa kupea kiti ili a represent some part of this country. Number one, Waiguru because of her experience, because yes, sahi ni governor. So hii maneno ya sahi, ndugu yangu, ni kujipanga. Kujipanga, unajipanga ukijua ya kwamba either utaangukia kiti ya ugavana ama ataangukia kiti fulani. It's about being in government. Tunajua kwamba Waiguru ako na makesi mingi zinamsosoma. Kesi za kitambo akiwa waziri. Saa hii tungoje miaka 2 after atoka governor, vitu mingi. Unaona leo nimeona mambo ya COVID yenye ambayo ilifanyika 1 year ago, leo ndio parliament wamesema kuna watu watashikwa. So Waiguru anajipanga, na mimi namwambia amefanya jambo poa. Amefanya jambo poa kwanza kuangalia watu wa kwenu wako wapi. Afadhali uheshimike na wingi kuliko kuheshimika na udogo. So Waiguru anajipanga. Kujipanga kwake si lazima apate governor. Mimi nilishtuka kuona Kibicho akishirikiana na Wangishi. Kibicho, kama kuna mtu afai kuingwana na mambo ya UDA, kama mwenye tunajua sisi, kama mimi sasa najua kama kuna shida ya William Ruto kwa hii serikali ya Jubilee, mmoja wao ni huyo Kibicho. Lakini ukiona Kibicho ameshirikana na Ngirici, ni kwa sababu anaangalia kura nyumbani, na kama kura nyumbani iko kwa mtazamo wa watu inaelekea UDA, na mimi niko na uhakika hii chama inaitwa UDA, especially in Central Kenya. Hawa watu waliachwa orphans. Uhuru hakuwapea option. Wametoa watu Jubilee. Hii Jubilee inaonekana ni kama inazama, hakuna maendeleo kwa hii Jubilee. You can't compare it. I can only compare your UDA with the TNA, kwa sababu ni kama ni chama imekuja na watu wanaanza kuiaccept. Sasa si saa hii kwa mtu kuama, si about kushinda kura, ni about what are your future plans. Leo kutoka hapa nyumbani Kisii, jamaa anaitwa Ngwae, governor wa Kisii, saa hii anajishughulisha sana na mambo ya Raila. Si eti ni kiti anataka yo governor, kwa sababu hata constitution haimuallow, lakini kujipanga. Ngwae anaona ni kama Raila atashinda. Sasa badala ya kuwa kwa baridi, ameanza kujipanga so that Raila amchague kiti fulani. It's the same thing na Waiguru. Waiguru ameona kwenye
you know, Waiguru had high potential, and she was among the people who were fighting for the succession politics of Mount Kenya. So yes, how dare she reduce herself first to lose her seat as a governor, then you tell us that she's going somewhere to wait to be nominated? Is that person who is waiting to be fighting to be part of the people who need to have a say in Mount Kenya? Like after Uhuru has left power, they need to be seen as the kingpins of the mountain. Is there any even political calculation in that matrix?
Ndugu yangu, Waiguru akupigiwa kura na watu wa Kirinyaga kwa sababu anapendwa. Alipigiwa na watu wa Kirinyaga kura because of unajua hii scandal ya NYS ilipandisha sana Waiguru. Si eti Waiguru anapendwa Kirinyaga. Angeshinda Martha Karua. Martha Karua ako popular Kirinyaga kuliko huyo Waiguru. But because of situations, in politics there is a situation that can make you rise. Waiguru amekuwa akijionanisha, kwa sababu kwa magazeti kuandika Waiguru wako nini fulani inaonekana ni kama ni kubwa, lakini kwa ground ana any msimamo unaweza sema Waiguru eti anaweza convince watu wa Kirinyaga wapige kura kwa mtazamo yoyote. Waiguru alipata kiti, kuna watu walikuwa na believe, kuna Wakikuyu walikuwa nasema mtu anapigwa. Hata zile vita Raila alikuwa anapiga Waiguru zilimsaidia sana. Sasa saa hizi zimemwanika, na kumwanika lazima mtu ajipange. Na mimi sijasema kwamba Waiguru anataka nomination, nasema Waiguru anatafuta his future. His future anaweza kuwa nominated, anaweza pata kiti ya waziri.
Yeah, but I thought Minji revolution was her own idea and it had connected with the ground.
Pelekwa ambassador venye watu, kwani Minji ilikuja aje? Kuna mtu ina passive. Yeah.
I don't think you are fair to her. She really had you see the things she called Minji revolution, she had even connected with the ground and people liked her.
Ndugu, mambo ya Minji, na kama unataka kusema ukweli, ndio Waiguru aitwe Minji. Iko sababu aliitwa Minji. Haikuwa kwa sababu ya siasa, ilikuwa kwa sababu ya kimapenzi. Kuna propaganda kanasemekana hapa nje, hata wewe unajua ya kwamba Waiguru ni mtu wa mtu fulani, ndio maana akaitwa not Goya. Huyu mtu anaitwa Ngirici in the ground. Ngirici yako popular, ndio maana amemtatanisha sana huyu Waiguru. Waiguru ukitoa mkono wa uhuru kwa mkono wake, Waiguru haizi simama, si mtu tena. Karanja Kibichu amepeleka Mashujaa Day huko so that aende kushukuru watu. In fact, Mashujaa Day, it will be a break because it will be, 3 popular people are going to fight. Waiguru ni mzuri akienda Nyanza, lakini akirudi kule, umesikia mikutano ya Wakikuyu wakikutana. Umesikia kina Moses Kuria wanakutana. Unasikia Martha Karua ametoka mahali ametoka, amepewa tena kiti ya spokesperson na wao Kikuyu. Ule akuna utashishi kwa watu wa Kikuyu kuliko Waiguru. Waiguru ni wale watu wanakuja, ni kupe example mzuri. If kuna watu wanachaguliwa ni kama Waititu sieti alikuwa mzuri sana kuliko Kafogo kama Kabogo, lakini kuna kitu inakuja because inaitwa hii kitu Raila anaitanga sunbeba paka umbwa. Sieti watu wanampenda, lakini kwa sababu ya sababu fulani ndio maana watu wanamchagua. Na Waiguru hivyo ndiye alichaguliwa. Waiguru ukitoa mkono wa uhuru na mambo ya minji, mambo ya nini, anabaki peke yake, ana any say in the Kikuyu nation. This one I can tell you for free.
Your opinion. Let's have Omosh. What do you think?
Okay. Good morning, good evening. I saw Waiguru and siku hizi amekuwa akihint some hint, anasikiza ground and so on, but what I know is Waiguru alikuwa anategemea BBI ili BBI ikuje ipite apate kakiti hapo. Yenyewe Waiguru is popular, anaona at least angepata that combination, angekuwa somewhere in a position either deputy prime minister or somebody else there. But sasa BBI imezama, and then his history is very tainted, like alikuwa na impeachment because of corruption. Ukitaja anything like corruption in this country, I think it will not be fair kuacha Waiguru hapo. NYS and so many other scandals. And I will agree with the first speaker that Waiguru for most time amekuwa akifunikwa kwa sababu ya Uhuru Kenyatta. Now Uhuru Kenyatta is exiting the government, and currently the Kibisho and Ngirici wamekuja pamoja, and I'm sure, and according to what I've been observing, Ngirici has a good crowd for now than Waiguru. Remember, Waiguru being in being the governor have so many failures, and the people are waiting that time wamng'oe. And remember, in mounting, it is very rare for any sitting leader to secure that seat second time. It is very rare. In fact, hata wakirudi huwa wanarudi mmoja, wawili, watatu. If you go through the history of mounting, like last election, just a few. And now Waiguru is currently frustrated, and being frustrated, anaangalia tu mahali anaweza shikilia. I'm sure even if he join UNDA and try to buy that seat again, she will not secure that seat. She will fail terribly. And also, and this trend will continue.
But Omosh, let me ask you. Omosh, let me ask you. Is it fair for you as a sitting governor to go in a party where you will not even defend your seat? You will lose in nomination. Unajua afadhali hata uende mpaka kwa ballot. You go in a party where you lose it from the nomination part and you are done. The best way is to defend your seat. Look for a party which you can defend your seat in the ballot.
What I'll tell you, Waiguru is frustrated, and hakuna side inamfavor. Hata unaweza sikia amekaa amehama UDA. I'm sure even during the after nomination hivyo anguke, next he will jump somewhere else. Na I don't count him as a life member of UDA. It is just temporarily. She is hana msimamo for now. Hata huko UDA hatakaa, kwa sababu tukienda nomination ashidwe, utasikia ameanza kuharibu chama ya nini ya UDA. She is frustrated and she know his chances coming back in that seat of governor is nearest 0.0%. And this trend will also continue in the mounting. Anybody is associating with the other parties or who is fighting deputy president will have no room anywhere. He or she will end up joining hard with the deputy president, especially those who wenye wanazunguka Raila Odinga. I'm sure tukifika the main campaign watakuwa wameshift wote. In mounting, we don't entertain anything associated with Raila. I can assure you that. Oh, even though I'm not from mounting, today I'm Wamosh. So Waiguru is frustrated and she will not add any value so far. Tukikumbuka ile step ameshukua on BBI, on corruption, and then Uhuru is exiting from the government, mwenye amekuwa akimfunika, I'm sure Waiguru will not have life in UDA. And I assure you, during the after nomination of UDA, Ngirici will take that nomination, will be the winner, and Waiguru utamsikia amejump kwa chama zingine, either independent or anywhere else, but I'm sure it will not be ODM because he cannot even secure 2% of Kirinyaga votes with the ODM. So either atakuja independent, just it is ile unasikiaga a dying dog, naona yeye ni ile tu anarusha tu miguu tu, lakini her time is over, and I don't think she will add any value in UDA. Already we have Ngirici who have represented UDA in Kirinyaga. So far Waiguru was fighting UDA, and I don't think the time remaining she will secure anything or add any value. And the way she has been associating herself with the Raila Odinga, that also will cost her. Now we can see her as a mole in UDA, pretending to be a UDA member, but his history is well known. She has been always associated herself with Raila, and in mounting that one cannot work. I can guarantee you Waiguru will not survive in UDA, and she will jump, either go independent or join other small party. That might take.
Okay, in the mountain, when you associate yourself with Raila, you become a mole. That is interesting. Isantos, welcome. Mala, what's your take?
Because these are very interesting times. Again, this is about 2022 succession politics. Remember, Waiguru went to Capitol Hill to be cleansed by Papa. In my opinion, she's now clean. But you see, PPI is no more, as mentioned by the previous speaker. And these people have realized that United Democratic Alliance will form government after the expiry of President Uhuru Kenyatta tenure. I think Waiguru has also realized that UDA is a party of choice to many who are keen to seek elective posts come 2022 general election. It's very interesting. And the majority of those Jubilee members, to which Waiguru is a member, have moved on from this ruling party because it has outlived its influence. And looking at that, I think Waiguru has realized that the UDA, as the Jubilee Party, has a serious structural party. It is sick, and some of the key organs of the party, including Murathe, Tuju, have actually failed the party. She has actually read the signs of times, because as of now, most politicians have realized that the deputy president UDA outfit will trounce other political parties in the next year's polls, that is in 2022. So they have to start associating themselves to this party. And I think this is a start. We expect more in the next 2-3 months. And by February, I think Jubilee Party will be parted. And most of the other members, even from ODM and other parties, will cross over to UDA. That is my submission, Wakesa.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. Mala believes that majority of people will move from their parties to UDA as time goes by. Tuna someone called Isantos. How are you, Isantos? Unmute and let's have your contribution. What do you think is happening with Minji Minji? Unmute first, and then let's hear you. Okay, I've unmuted you. Can you proceed?
Kuna siku tulikuwa tunaongea wakati moja. It was 2 months ago. Then Mutembei ndio alikuwa anachea kwa hapo hiyo forum. Then nikamwambia first BBI ni kitu ingine, ukiangalia kwa undani iko na vitu mingi yenye ikufuatiliwa. Tukapingana hapa akina Hayaga, tukamwambia ukweli. Nikamwambia ikifika Oktoba tutaona watu wengi wamejiweka kwa line. Wacha nikwambie, Waiguru alikuwa anacheza game yake akiwa kwa gava. Nacheki. Sasa alikuwa anacheza game yake. Hii politics ni venye inaenda, ni mtu anataka penye atasimama. It's like mtu anatafuta employment. Si ati majority juu. Somebody look for its own employment. Nacheki. Sasa aliona ground venye inasema, wanasema ni Ruto. Hata si story na UDA hiyo ilikuja tu baadaye. But origin watu walikuwa wamesema tunaenda na DP. Nacheki. UDA imekuja tu kama chama yenye tutaenda nayo. Lakini Waiguru amefanya kitu mzuri sana, nimefurahi. Yeah, that's all of my contribution. Sawa.
Okay, so Waiguru was not that bad after all. It was only she had made the wrong decision, huh?
Yeah.
Wale wenye walikuwa wanasema baba anamsanitize, mmekubali ako sanitize nao, anaweza tumika. Okay, let's go to Kamini. How are you, Kamini?
Hi, Mutembei.
Yeah, you can make your contribution on the topic.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, Mutembei, I think one of the greatest decisions that Waiguru has ever made today was one of the days we can talk of, because in Kirinyaga and Central Kenya at large, using any other party, it will be so difficult to get any position. The euphoria is real. Let no one lie to anyone. And that is why even some other time, SK Masharia told Akina Murathe that they should not lie to Baba that the ground is okay for him. So now in Kirinyaga, you realize now we have Ngirici, we have Waiguru, we have the former governor Ndadi, and we also have Martha Karua. Martha Karua, of course, if she does not get the deputy presidency from any presidential candidate, she ran for the gubernatorial seat on NARC Kenya. Nominations for UDA, we are likely to have Ngirici, Waiguru, and Ndadi. And I'm telling you, you never know what will happen. Because for Ngirici, fine, very popular with the jeshi ya boda boda and also women. For Waiguru, she has done quite a lot in Kirinyaga County. So if at all it's work that will determine who gets it, she will get it on that platform. For Ndadi, people still say he's a man who had strong administrative skills and he could do something for Kirinyaga. So with a mixture of 3 candidates who can still command some support from some place, it's too early to tell who will take it in Kirinyaga. But I think Waiguru has listened to the
Kamini,
electorate.
let's face it. If Ngirici goes with Waiguru on nomination,
Yes.
nominations are always dictated by parties. Very few nominations are very fair. Let's face it.
Yes.
Will she sustain the onslaught? Ama atapoteza kiti hata kabla afike huko kwa ballot, apoteze huko kwa nomination.
What will happen? What will happen if she loses it unfairly? Her supporters might likely move to Kenya. But if it, by the look of things, it happens to be fair and all that, and Waiguru also concedes defeat, and she's promised a position, then Ngirici will have an easier way to become the governor. So it is not also a walk in the park for any of them, because on the other side, Martha Karua is waiting for them, and it will be a real battle.
Martha Karua has not declared. Maybe she has other interests. You never know. She might run for president.
Martha Karua declared some times back that she's running for the gubernatorial seat for Kirinyaga. And she has been meeting delegates in her home every now and then for the same.
With the new elevation, she might think twice. She might think nationally.
And the better if we get Arua, then the better for the region, the better for the mountain. So whichever way, it's a win-win situation.
Okay, thank you for that. And you finished your comment?
Yeah, I think I'm done. But to cap it off, actually, I think now UDA nominations, it will be like an election in Kenya. So that's it. Back to you, Mutebi.
Thank you. Welcome. Tuko na Bernard and then Jeff. Welcome, Bernard. Welcome, Jeff. Let Jeff begin. Then Bernard, you can do it as I take a cup of tea. You are on mute. Kindly unmute.
Yes, I was requesting if Bernard can make the contribution, then you give me like a minute, I'll be back. I'll just be here, but I'm stopping somewhere here.
Yeah, I see you are writing. Okay. Bernard, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ekesa, and everyone else. It's an interesting time in Kenya. Things are beginning to unfold. In my opinion, Waiguru's move to UDA is not a win for William Ruto. It complicates his campaign further. Having the tag on as a hideout for the thieves and people with questionable character, and having led in the ISOP opinion poll on the most corrupt people. So to me, that's not a win. That is a serious complication for William Ruto. In fact, the people who are thinking twice about forgiving him now, they can't, because he's accommodating too much. He's biting more than he can chew. And I don't think he's able to overturn that, because the stigma will be too much. And then it is going to zero down the campaign between the clean people and the unclean people. When that dice is cast, the wave is going to be so heavy that it will be it will be very difficult for that to be overturned. So I would say that as much as party politics are concerned and people are trying to test the waters here and there, UDA has a lot of explanation to give to Kenyans. And in my opinion, is not an addition, is not a profit. It is a more complication for the UDA. And then the UDA and the mountain, I hear some undertones here that everything UDA is going for the mountain. It's too early in the day to say that, in my opinion. The mountain is a very dynamic voting bloc. And so anybody trying to call it a day as early as now, I don't think they are analyzing it accurately, because like somebody ably commented and say right now it is the children who are playing in the sitting room. When the guests have arrived, the elders will come and the children will be kicked out so that the dowry negotiation can begin. And traditionally, that is what is done. So the noisemakers who are making noise for this, over this and that, they are not the ones that call the shots as far as the mountain pattern of voting is concerned. And as I have observed politics closely, the pattern that the mountain uses to vote, it is more of posterity and more of economic security and not just hyper. As much as they have like it is been put, they never voted for Uhuru, they voted against Raila, and they have always voted against Raila. That in itself is a proof that they would rather vote against than vote for. And if that is the case, there will be a reason to vote for something at this particular time, since it is clear that they don't have a presidential candidate. The security of their investments and the security of their safety wherever they are, and having been the most, I would say, the most widespread community in the great Kenya, their security is paramount. And so there are many factors that will come into play before the direction of their vote is taken. And so it will be so naive of us to begin to conclude that they can't vote in this direction, they must vote in this direction, not from the political pattern that is exhibited historically. And you know, it is the character of people is not changed overnight. Yeah, the song can change, the dance can change, but people remain the same. And so if there has been a traditional pattern that informs the voting pattern of the mountain, you cannot overturn that with the 1 year of campaign. You cannot change people simply by constant visits and constant harambes here and there. There are some serious decisions that will call for serious soul searching. And so, in my opinion, it's still too early. Let the dance begin. We have had only one man dancing around the country, and he has already been declared as the best dancer. But let the other people come in and begin to dance, and let's see who is the best dancer among these. But heaping upon yourself people with questionable character, it is not working for William Ruto. Instead, it's working against him. And now the tag that has been going on that watu wanaenda Capitol Hill kwa mwosho mmoja, inaonekana madoadoa yakizidi, unakimbia UDA. Huko ndio utafunikwa na labda utaponyoka. But I feel there is much that needs to be done. We also need to demand better for our country as far as leadership is concerned. There has been a constant aspect of, if the policemen posted in a particular location, they are not doing their work, the citizens will say they should be transferred. If the headmaster or the principal of a high school is not managing the school properly, instead of the people crying out for his sack, they cry out for his transfer. I think we need to come to a place where we reject the aspect of transferring problems to solving those problems. If a person is not performing or the person has not delivered, let the person answer for his failure to deliver and not be looked for another place elsewhere to go and use that particular place to replicate the same problems he created where he came from. So I think as a nation, we need to appreciate that if we persist in relocating problems instead of solving them, we are only complicating the future for our children. So I want that we all begin to scrutinize these things more closely and be able to demand higher standards. We deserve better as a nation and as a people. Thank you very much.
I like your contribution. Can we then start with the current president?
Hold on. What is it, Mala? Is it Mala or Mola?
Yes. Your contribution is good, and you're talking about the performance. Can Kenya start with this current president?
What is up with the current president?
He's not performing.
What was he supposed to do that he has not done? Mala.
CPC, you can see the failures in CPC. You can see fuel inaenda juu, vitu mingi.
So that means he's not performing, or he's
failing.
He's failing.
Yeah, I think the handshake spoiled.
That we have had that song for a long time, huh? But this handshake that has spoiled everything. Have you ever imagined this country
I would
without
like
the
you to make comment on that.
No, Mala, I just want you to answer me. Would you have imagined this country for 4 years without the handshake?
Eh?
What would be of Kenya if the handshake never took place?
Yes. So at what point does it become the decider?
What are you saying?
I'm asking you a question. Were you in Kenya in 2017?
When Baba was sworn himself in Urubak.
Yes. Were you here during the elections?
Yes, I was there.
And what happened after the repeat elections?
Papa went to Urubak.
He went to Urubak after how
yes.
long?
And he was supposed to be hung. I don't know why the president left him.
I'm asking you a question. After how long?
I can't remember.
The repeat elections were in October.
Yes.
Baba we went to swear him at Uhuru Park in January.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so what was happening between October and January?
Between January and October.
Yeah, between October to January, when Baba went for the swearing in, and then the handshake took place in March. I want you to account what was the state of the country then, and what
of
was
course
the
he
state
killed
of
the
the country
economy. Baba killed the economy. He told us to resist, and we resisted. He killed the economy, so we should blame him.
You should blame him.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Bernard?
Mala, you wait for your time to give your contribution, but
Okay.
I want you to be realistic in your reasoning, because if Baba is able to kill the economy on his own, then he's a strong man. We need to give him a consideration on letting him lead this country. I think he's better off, because if he can kill the economy without being president, and he can cause the country not to move on without, collaboration, then he is the strongest man we have. Now, we want to have Jeff before me. Who is talking?
Yes, Willis is talking.
Oh, Willis, how are you?
I'm good. I've really liked your discussion. Only that you're not sincere.
What
And
is not sincere about what I'm saying?
you have there's a perception that you have created that UDA is going to carry the people with questionable characters with like Waiguru, people like it is perceived that people with bad or negative past experiences are joining UDA. If I can remind you,
Yes.
if there is a party that in the past, this Jubilee and TNA and PP, it had all these sorts of people. You remember even the presidential candidate were ICC convicts facing crimes of murder. We had people like white people who are being called out. The Kenyan politics of today, and I can tell you for some experience that I've had in the Kenyan politics. When we come to politics, watu waangaliangi eti what is your past. In fact, Waiguru is now a governor because of the NYS scandal. Leave alone the relationship they had with Uhuru. I know of people who have won seats not because they have anything to offer to people, but because of their negative or the negative perception that people think about them. So if UDA is going to carry all these people, if UDA is going to carry you, as you said, Waiguru has some character yenye watu wakubali nayo. As a speaker has just said, Waiguru was waiting for BBI to pass. BBI ingepita, Waiguru angekuwa mahali, lakini venye BBI haijapita, Waiguru she is nowhere. And I can tell you this, people with questionable character with wao ndio shinda kura. In fact, if this other camp continues calling William Ruto a thief, Kenyans are ready to deal with a thief that they know than a thief that they don't know. In Kenya politics, kama uko na bad scandal, this one I can tell you, if you can remember people like Kabogo, there's a time they had a scandal of killing people. The massacre of this world. Of the bad things that people talk about. I can only agree with you on one thing, that there's one person that has been dancing, and now the dancers are coming. But the Kenyan politics yenye tunaongelea saa hii, in fact, ni ile ya ICC yenye tulienda ICC, watu wakasema, these statements like choices have consequences. These are good statements to make somebody a presidential candidate. I think Kenyans naturally wanachaguanga ule mtu ako na kasolo fulani, mtu mwenye ni mweupe kama pamba, kama Raila venye anasemanga hii Kenya ni kama hapatangi kura. So if these people can gang up,
Raila is not clean.
Raila is not... No, the way they say. I'm just saying the way they say. I know Raila is not clean. Myself, I know. So, but
Okay.
they say yeye ni mweupe kama pamba. Watu kama hawa hii Kenya hawatakikani. Hii Kenya ya saa hii watu wanatakikana ni wa madini, watu wenye wako na historia fulani mbaya, ndio wanapatanga hizi vitu. So for Waiguru case,
now Willis, I get your point, and I understand you very well in terms of the past happenings, especially from 2012 onwards. But don't you think that Kenyans have had an experience with that choices have consequences from 2013 to right now, and the kind of suffering they have been in? You want to tell me that they will still want to experiment the same old way?
Yes. The other day they did it in Kiambaa. The people went to campaign in Kiambaa, walikuwa na mbaya sana ya kwenda kukampenia mtu. Ni maneno ya siasa. Na lama, acha niwaambie, and I'm telling you this, Bernard. The more you call, you brand William Ruto a thief, the more you are popularizing this man. Kenya sahi kama ni wengi
it is not a matter of branding. Like your sentiments are, we are creating a perception. It is not a matter of a perception.
It's a perception, my friend.
Hold on, Waititu's impeachment was on the plenary of the Senate. What brought him? What finished him? Was it not issues with corruption? Then
no.
It was a matter of corruption, abuse of office.
If you want to be sincere with me,
Goja kwanza,
we have many.
Let's analyze things accurately. Okay, Waititu was impeached on the plenary of the Senate. Okay, so was Sonko, and so was Waiguru also to be impeached on the same grounds. Then all these people, they want to go and gang up under one roof. And you want Kenyans to do what? To assume that they are being together because they are victims and not the allegations leveled against them are not justified in any way.
My good friend, I was in Kenya when all these impeachments happened. These things were political. This is politics that was played. Just see in the voting pattern in the Senate. It will tell you that it is political. There was nothing that was genuine. Actually, if there is a constitutional amendment that we need in the process of impeachment, it needs to be clear, because these are things that are affecting us. We are living with thieves. We are living with governors who are thieving, and I'll support the impeachment of Waiguru or Wikipi or Sonko when I can see that this thing is genuine. But when you see this, something is political, and I'll tell you this, and I said it before when I was giving my remarks. I said, in the Kenyan politics today, Waiguru is in office not because the people of Kirinyaga voted for him. I'm a love. Yeah. It is because of the perception. Ile wizi ya NYS, huu ni wetu, wacha tukufe na yeye, ni mwizi ni wetu. So the more you call William Ruto a thief, the more you say that, like I was seeing, I saw Kalonzo Musyoka today saying, eti mtu anaiba pesa anawaletea. Afadhali huyo. Afadhali mtu anaiba pesa anarudisha. That is where we have reached, my friend. That is where Kenya is now.
Okay. Thank you, Willis. Thank you. I understand you very well, but I am very apprehensive when it comes to that as an ideology and a value that we can perpetuate. As much as we are finding ourselves in a very difficult place where we have hard choices between people that we know they don't stand for what may help the country, but we may end up having them as leaders. It is still okay for us to accept that right is right and wrong is wrong, even when wrong is accepted as right in some cases. But we are in for a debate today. Let's keep discussing. Please, let's hear from Jeff first as we continue. And just a moment before Jeff, Mala, if you are until it's your turn to speak, keep your mic mute. You are in a place where there are a lot of people speaking in the mic, and that's not healthy for the platform. The people viewing will not appreciate that. And if you must not be behind the curtain, please show your face. It's important for the viewers. Jeff, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I I just liked the debate, the contributions that people are making. I have been always wanting to join most of the time, but sometimes the time is limited. I'm here in the United States of America. You remember there was a time I joined, and this is my second time. First of all, I would like to say that the people in the handshake team or the Jubilee and the Raila team, they are already confused. I can tell you for sure, because the BBI was meant to bring the team together. Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo, Weta, and now the followers, especially the leaders who were following them, hoping that this is the winning team, they can realize they are realizing now things are becoming very hard for them. That's why you see somebody like Waiguru. Waiguru thought this team, which I was following, now it seems things are not working for them, and that is why Waiguru has decided, let me go back to Ruto, even if she knows very well it is very hard for her right now to win in Kirinyaga, because she has already lost the ground. The ground is gone with Ngirici, because she took a wrong decision from the word go. You don't first make a wrong decision, then come to ask people, what decision should I make? She was supposed to start from the ground, ask the people, what do you want? And the people would have told her, here in Kirinyaga, we want UDA. And there was a time when Waiguru was supporting, even before the UDA was formed, Waiguru was supporting Ruto. Then I don't know whether she feared or she was afraid of the blackmail, like most governors have been doing. They don't want to come out clearly and say the team they want to support. She was intimidated. She changed her mind. She went back to Uhuru, and she uttered very bad words against Ruto, against the people of Central, saying that you can rent the Kikuyus, but you cannot buy them. All those things together, they have made people have a bad feelings about her. So it is good that she has come back, even if it is very hard. That's my view. It is very hard for Waiguru to become the governor again, because the ground is already gone. People were following everything she was saying, but it's a good thing, because because unless a miracle happens, it's very hard for any other person right now to form the government. If the elections are to be held today, automatically Ruto becomes the president. Why? Because the BBI team is already disorganized. All of them, they are confused. Without the NASA coalition, there is no way Raila Odinga can become the president without Musalia. He cannot become the president without Kalonzo. We cannot underestimate all those people. And Raila say, I can do it. Remember, Ruto has been campaigning for the last 4 years. And even in the areas that Jubilee was not supported, we have seen Ruto performing very well. So unless they change the strategy, they will continue losing people joining UDA. Because from the word go, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, they underestimated the strength of Ruto, not knowing that this guy is very smart. And he is outwitting them when it comes to strategies. He realized that if we go the tribal way, these people have already played their cards very well. They are going to throw me out. Let me put my politics into issue-based. And I never thought it would work. But it has worked very well for Ruto, that most people are saying, at least now we have somebody who is not talking about tribe. He is talking about lifting people from the ground. And I never thought that would be something very easy. And now it has worked very well. You have seen how he is performing everywhere, almost everywhere. In fact, even in Nyanza, you'll be surprised to see that Ruto will get some votes. On the issue of, somebody was talking of how Kenyans vote people. Yes, in Kenya, we don't look at the person with the with the best strategy, we look at whom do you support. Like now in Central, if you are not supporting Ruto, you see even people like Gojiri, they are softening because they have realized if we don't support Ruto, we are being kicked out. Even the best performing governor like Nyoro, he is doing very well in Kiambu. But let me tell you the truth. If he will not realize that he is in the wrong camp and continue following Uhuru, whose term is expiring, anybody who is strategic, a good politician is somebody who can see ahead. Where are the people going? Who is going home? If I still want to become something, why should I continue following Uhuru? It is only 1 year remaining. And the last 3 months of the year, people will not be making development. The last 3 months of the year will be the time for the people to campaign. What is remaining now is like 5 months for development. So what will happen for those people who have not already strategized themselves, or they don't know the party they're gonna use, they don't know whom they are supporting? For sure, they will be kicked out of politics. Today in Kenya, we only have 2 horses, not 3 like they are saying. It is either Uhuru, it is either Ruto or Raila Odinga. So everybody should align themselves behind those people, because that is the politics of our nation. So that is my contribution today. And also, unless, as I said, unless a miracle happens, even Raila, the ground is very slippery for him. He must look for a way of bringing Musalia back to the camp, Kalonzo back to the camp, and Weta. Without those, Raila should forget about the leadership of Kenya. That is the truth, and that is the ground.
Jeff, thank you
Yes,
for your contribution. But one question to you.
Yes.
When did Uhuru stop being the Mount Kenya leader?
He stopped being the Mount Kenya leader the moment he disrespected other leaders by not involving them in the handshake process. You know, the handshake was a good thing and still remains a good thing. But the problem he did before he met Raila, he forgot that he was not elected by himself. Before he became the president, there are people who supported him financially. There are people who campaigned for him day and night. He never bothered even to call his deputy, sit down with him and the other leaders and explain to them what they are going to discuss with the ODM leader.
Jeff, hold on. Where are you coming up with that information? Because from where I sit and from the president's point of view, the deputy president was involved in every step as far as the handshake is concerned.
He was not involved.
Hold on.
That statement is not true. That statement is president was doing politics. He was doing politics.
He was put on the hot seat,
my friend,
to deny if he was not involved.
Listen.
He did not.
Listen.
Look here, Jeff. Jeff, let's do this.
Yes.
Uhuru is a liar.
I want us to do.
Let us not confuse. Let us not mix issues.
Let us do honest debate. Okay.
That is what I want.
There is a difference between propaganda and facts. Okay.
Now,
if Uhuru can go to a national platform and say he involved his deputy in matters handshake.
In the matters, listen, he said on the BBI, he requested Ruto to send some people.
Okay. If I believe that Uhuru did not tell Ruto about handshake, how come Ruto was on national television saying he was the first one approached by Raila for a handshake?
Now, let me explain now.
How do you marry the two?
Let me explain now. This is what happened, and that is this is what caused the breakup between Ruto and Uhuru. Myself, I am a trained human resource manager, and I know how things are supposed to be done. if things are not done the right way, there is always a conflict. Because if today me and you we go to the ground as people who are joined together to go look for votes, then you decide for the sake of peace, I want to bring the leader of opposition. Before you bring the leader of opposition, there was supposed to be a meeting, a round table meeting. Who was not supposed to go as an individual. He was supposed to go as a team. Raila was not supposed to go as an individual. Listen, before
the same statement you're giving. What happened until hold on? Before Uhuru was elected president, he was a leader of Mount Kenya. Was he not?
He was.
Good. What made him the leader of Mount Kenya before he became president?
It is the people. And the same people rejected him because of not doing things.
It is not the presidents. We agree. It is not the presidents that made him the leader of Mount Kenya. He was a leader of Mount Kenya before he became president.
And you see, there was nowhere where it was written that Uhuru is the leader of Mount Kenya. It is the people.
You are running away from reality. The reality is Uhuru was made the leader of Mount Kenya by the elders. Okay?
No. And
just allow the lady to contribute. Allow the lady to contribute. Don't interfere, please.
Who is speaking? Mala, I told you to mute your mic. Huh? Jeff, you are running away from the reality of how Mount Kenya is led.
You see,
Mount Kenya is led by elders appointing who becomes their leader. That is how Uhuru became leader. That is how Kibaki became leader. That is how the rest of the Mount Kenya leaders came into play.
That is your perception, but that is not the perception of the people.
Historical reality.
Listen to me. You are not from Mount Kenya. I am. So you should not tell me how the people. I should be the one telling you how the people of Mount Kenya.
You are claiming to know more than you need to know.
No, it is
about the handshake. When the handshake took everybody by surprise. You know how Uhuru did
my
not.
friend, can one person speak?
That's too much.
No, you see, you are supposed to be a moderator and listen to us.
Yeah, can you stop? You are the moderator. Just give the lady to finish talking.
You are the moderator.
Jeff,
allow us. You should
allow us to talk one
without interference. Some of us will have contrary opinion, and you should also accommodate.
Jeff, I respect you. I respect your opinion, but it must have.
Just allow her to contribute, please.
It must be founded. Okay?
Allow me.
If it's propaganda, we will not accept it.
Which propaganda?
Can I ask a question?
Okay, hold on.
Are you campaigning right now, or are you?
Now, look here, Jeff. I want us not to fight. I want us to debate.
But why are you interfering with my contribution?
I am not interfering with your contribution. I asked you a question, and you keep evading by pulling out some propagandas.
You are becoming emotional, my friend.
Let her talk, and then you can, Akimalisa, you can ask those questions you want to ask. Boss.
Jeff, look here. You cannot say because you are from Mount Kenya, you know Mount Kenya, than you do. That is not fact.
Why are you speaking for this lady? Let her contribute. Alafu tauliza maswali baadaye.
Jeff.
Yes.
With all due respect, okay?
Are you meaning
coming from a place doesn't necessarily mean we must believe everything you say.
You don't have to believe. But even if you disagree, you must be willing to listen to my point.
We will question it.
And that's why I'm telling you.
Bernard, can I ask him a question?
Hold on, if it's questionable, we question it, and we have a right to question it. And you should leave us to have that right to question it. But if you take it from us, then you want us to buy.
You are having a from something. It seems you are running away from my points.
Bernard, can I ask him a question?
Yes, please. Ask my friend.
Jeff.
Yes.
I like your contribution, my brother. You just need to calm down. You don't have to keep going back and forth.
No,
Yeah.
it is Bernard has a problem with some points.
Okay. No, he doesn't have a problem. He doesn't even mind. So just calm down. I want to ask you some questions, Jeff.
Yes, please. Mm-hmm.
I heard what you said, and my interest was I first of all like your passion on what you talked about, especially on the popularity of the DP, and your assertion that he's growing in terms of his reach, and he has campaigned for 4 years, which according to you, you think is a good thing, right?
Campaigning
for 4 years, yeah.
For 4 years. It might not be a good thing, but when your duties has been taken away by the president, because who allocates the duties to the deputy president? Is it not the president? If he does not give you the work to do, you find what's something to do.
Demba, I want us to make progress.
No, hold on, Bernard.
Bernard. You're being dragged into a corner.
Wait. Bernard.
The issue of the deputy president duties being taken, we have over discussed it on this platform.
If the deputy president had nothing to do, he looked for something to do, and the best thing for him to do was to prepare for the next step.
Jeff.
Yes.
What you quoted is not the Constitution. So you might need to read the Constitution. It doesn't say the president allocates.
I might know that what?
It doesn't say the president allocates him duties.
What does it say?
It says he's a principal assistant to the president. The Constitution is the one that gives the deputy president.
And under the same Constitution, there are those duties that are given to the deputy president, and he performs those duties with excellence. All the meetings he is supposed to conduct, he has conducted them. And the same Constitution says, and any other duty that may be assigned by the president.
May, so okay. What in your view, when it says may, what does it say?
That means if the president wants to assign him anything, he is supposed to do it. But if the president decides he will not, then the deputy president will have nothing to do.
Good. So slowly. Once you have answered like that, you allow someone to ask you a question. The rules of debate, Jeff, is that once you have said something,
now I have answered. Ask what you are asking.
Yeah, you allow the other person. Yeah, you allow the other person also to get to ask you questions, and then also when you respond, you also allow the other person to. You don't talk. You listen to understand.
Listen to my friend. It seems some of my points are agitating you.
No. You are right. I agree with you.
Some of my points are disturbing you to the point that you don't want to listen to what I'm saying. I don't have to agree with you.
Jeff, your points are not disturbing. Your points are
not disturbing. We are just differing in opinion.
Information
which
that
is
we have
okay.
never had on this platform.
I wanted to ask, can you ask another question?
There's nothing wrong in differing in opinion. Is that okay?
Remember, I want us to make progress.
No. Hold on, Bernard. I think Jeff is a good guy.
Order, everybody.
It's only that he needs. Okay. I'm loyal.
Everybody mute your mic. We want to make progress because this push and pull is not helping us here. We need to be fair to the viewers as well as the people following the show.
And also, you need to be fair to us who have come to your platform to contribute.
It's not us against them.
You have to be fair to everybody, even those of contrary opinion.
Jeff, when you learn to listen, you will enjoy the debate.
You should also listen to us. If we come to your platform, be willing to listen.
How many
This
people are
guy
you
is
here?
very. You are
How many
unfair,
people
Bwana.
are on
We need
this
to work
platform?
back. We need to work back.
So
No problem.
can I
Vote
This
for him.
contribute?
coordinator
You
is
come back.
unfair.
Can I
Look
contribute?
here. We are
The
all going
moderator
to
wants us to
debate.
talk
We are
basing
all
on a
going to
certain
debate.
way. We might not be supporting your candidate, but
Don't
you have
force us
listen
to
to us.
exercise some
You
authorities
are
we have that
unfair.
you don't.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I wanted
Call
to
for
say,
us,
So
Wakesa,
are
to
you
come
going
back.
to listen and flow, or you want to fight?
But you are talking most. Can you stop talking? Can you listen to us?
okay, let me say
I'm not
something.
And only
supposed
ask
to listen to
questions.
you.
You can ask
You're
questions after
supposed
the
to stay
submission.
in order so that I facilitate the
No, but you
progression
are
of
not.
the debate.
But you are making a lot of noise. Can you stop? Can you stop and listen, my friend?
So you want
Allow
to
us
chair
to
the meeting?
contribute. Allow
You
us to
want to chair
contribute,
the
and then you
meeting?
can ask question after submission.
You cannot debate from any
You are
corner
unfair.
anytime.
You are
There
unfair
must be order. I'm unfair to who?
to all of us.
You can. There is how we debate on this platform, and then we are not just here for us.
But
We are
not making
here.
noise the way you are doing
So
it.
guys,
I
who is
am
the
not
admin?
making
Nani the
noise.
admin? Who is the
Can you
admin?
hand over to
The
somebody
admin
else
aendesha hii platform.
to coordinate, please?
Bernard.
Now hold on. Now let us establish order. If you are not going to stay in order, we throw you out. That is part of what we do here. The order does not mean you listen to me. Order means you wait for your turn to speak. You don't speak from any quarter, anytime. We are not here to make noise. We are not here to cause confusion. We are here to debate fairly. So wait for your turn, then you speak. That is the order I'm talking about. Being fair and unfair, life itself is unfair altogether. So we can't improve on it by trying to accommodate what cannot be accommodated. So let's stay in order and then flow with the debate. Sawa. Try your best to remain within that the theme that is strolling down there in your contribution. To make progress, let's hear from Ayaga. Ayaga, what were you saying?
Ayaga came after me.
After who again?
He was intercepting. I want him to say what was troubling him.
No, I
Not
was
to make
asking
submission.
you if you have to silence people, you can just mute them because
Sorry?
you are hearing a lot of noise.
In fact, you have audio problem. Sorry. You have audio problem. Sort it out. Temba, take on.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I want to make my submissions as to the topic of today. Sorry about that, Bernard. I know sometimes we can be very unruly, but that's the nature of man. You know, Moses went to the mountain. When he came back, they were doing other things. So that's how the nature of man, because life is brutal. So we find a way of letting it out. And if this is where we can let it out, you will bear with all of us. I don't envy your position. But anyway, on to our topic for today, about Waiguru. I see a cornered person. I see a cornered person slowly trying to clutch on every, like when they say in Kiswahili, siku ya kufa nyani ikifika miti yote uteleza. Like you find there's a general panic within her that this particular time, 2022, might be the time that she's being buried politically. So she's trying to hold on to every tree that she can to ensure that she still probably gets a chance of survival come 2022. And her political journey, basically, to the point up to right now, I think someone noted that she had been, according to the MCAs, when they took her, when they impeached her, she had been very disrespectful of them, you know. And even when they asked about the money, she said that she explained that she only kept the money for a little while. She returned it. So, and the lawyer was like, if you can keep a certain amount of money that doesn't belong to you, which account is that money being kept in? But even the way the way they explained that she knew how to cover her steps, that she was not signing any document, you know. You see, that's already a very bad precedence. Not only that, her life and her term at the NYS thing, you know, also was not very, very good. Then she was looking forward to being to rescuing her political career with the BBI. But now one Ngirici was very bright. You know, she saw that the best way to do this is to take this opportunity, you know, to now market myself in the ground. Now, one thing that didn't work well for Waiguru is that the BBI did not go through. And that was a big blow. It was going to revive so many people's political careers. But now when it didn't go through, as at that time, I think it left a lot of egg on her face. So she's at that point in time where she's trying to see, where do I go to survive? The ground has shifted. Up here where she was hoping for some level of, level of support within the Jubilee, Kibicho is on the other side, very strong on the other Jubilee side. Martha Karwa is on this other side, trying to craft something coming from Mount Kenya caucus. So she's facing this tirade of, you know, weapons against her. So she's trying to look for a political lifeline. Will it work? I'm not so sure. Because wherever she's going, like if she goes to Uda already there's Ngirici who has told the Kirinyaga guys that I'm the one who went and negotiated for you people in Uda. So in the next government, your interest have been assured. You see, you can't let, and they said it. Remember there was a time Gashagwa talked and he said that there are those of us who have faced a lot of issues with this UDA party. So someone cannot come from somewhere and then come and say that now they deserve the ticket. You see that kind of thing. So there's already some political undertones that have come from that side. So I don't know if it's I don't think it's a significant win for Ruto. I mean, for UDA, it's not. It's more, UDA does not stand to gain from her departure, because it has been there in Kirinyaga. Ngirici has really made sure that she's the point person. So it is not a big win. Waiguru, to the people that she was in, was a burden. You know, you can, there's that thing you carry simply because they are there, but you just carry them. You know, she was, because politically down there, she had already lost it. So even wherever she was going much more for herself, not for what she was bringing on the table. So I really don't know, and I don't think it will have very significant effect on the ground on the other side. I don't think even Ruto has her in plans. I don't think so. So she might. We don't know. Let's wait and see what the president will say. But I don't think it's gonna bring a lot of change. Now, on another point, Mala, it's okay for us to respect the moderator, whether we agree with him or not. But at the point at which he's moderating, shouting and heckling from the background, I don't think is fair. You'd want to be respected even as a moderator. So if you don't agree with the moderator, it's just okay to just be quiet, wait. When by heckling from the background, we bring more confusion than the peace we try to bring.
Sawa, my
Yeah.
brother, sawa.
Okay.
Okay, Themba, you're done?
Yes, I'm done, Bernard.
Okay, thank you. Can we hear from Kebene?
Yeah, let me make some contribution. Actually, I think Waiguru has done a bad move politically, because he should have just stayed with the Jubilee and stand with, like what she stood for. Now we know that Waiguru is just a political prostitute, like what they say politically, because that was a bad move that she made. UDA right now, she will be a flower girl. Like, she's not taking any votes there, because Ngirici already will take to be a governor of Kirinyaga. So I think she has failed. I think she's going home. She's done. And again, Waiguru has been accused of corruption many times. But Raila has cleaned him. Or Mosho Moja wa Raila amemclean. So I think hata akienda UDA, still watu wanasema si alishaoshwa. Like Raila ameshameka kuwe clean. Because always corrupt people wenye wako Kenya, ni Raila ndio wanasemanga, huyu ndio corrupt. Lakini saa hii, Raila ataambia nini watu? So I support what she does, the move, but it's a bad political move. She can join UDA, but I don't think she has a place in the UDA. UDA is already taken. So that's my contribution.
Okay, thank you. Wouldn't want to dwell there further. Can we hear from
one question for that gentleman?
Sure.
Okay,
where did you want her to go? ODM?
She should have just stayed with Raila.
And Jubilee is no more. Jubilee is no more, my friend.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that wale watu wote wenye walikuwa BBI wakae pamoja saa hizi hadi election ifanywe. Ukifanya any political move mbaya, uende UDA na ulikuwa mtu wa PPI, unaonekana ni mtu hauna msimamo wote.
But they don't have a party.
Wote politically ni mtu mwenye hata
Jubilee died.
Okay. Thank you, Kebene. Now, Mala, I want you to make your submission, all right, on the subject of tonight. Thank you.
Temba nini mbaya bwana, umecheka?
Ni Mala amenifurahisha.
Very interesting, eh?
Mala, we are waiting for you.
Oh, it's my turn, eh?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, again, the move, I think, is still about 2022 succession politics. And somebody had mentioned that Waiguru is now clean. So when she's with Papa, she's a clean lady. But when she moves to UDA, those things my friend was talking about follows her. Now the BBI died, and everybody is confused. And most of these guys have realized that the UDA will form government after the expiry of President Uhuru Kenyatta tenure. And they have also realized that UDA is a party of choice to many who are keen to seek elective posts come 2022 general election. They're aware. And then you see a majority of the members of Jubilee Party, to which this lady, Waiguru, is a member, have moved on from the ruling party because it has outlived its usefulness. You see now, Waiguru has realized that Jubilee Party has a serious structural party issues. It is a sick party, and some of the key organs of the party are failed. The like of this guy called Tuchu, you know Tuchu, this guy, and Morade, and there's a guy from Kangura Toli. You know that group. Those guys have actually killed the party. And I think Wakuru is actually, she has read the signs of times, where now most politicians have realized that the Deputy President, William Ruto, outfit, UDA, will throw all other parties in next year's balls. If you look at what's happening in the political angle, it is only UDA, which is a national party. Papa has lost it. You can see Naza is dead. Uhuru Kenyatta, our beloved president, has been trying to unite these opposition leaders. Odinga, Gideon, Kalonzo, and Mudavadi. And that's what I'm saying. When this guy, the coordinator, was contributing earlier and talking about these guys who failed us, and I was saying Uhuru Kenyatta has failed all of us. We voted for this guy, but now he has forgotten us. He's been following the handshake. The Big Four agenda is no more. And I've come to believe this witch doctor called Papa has actually bewitched our president. I think the decision by Waiguru, she must have reviewed the impressive performance by the country sponsored by this new outfit, the UDA, in the recent concluded by-election in Kiamba constituency and Mukuka ward. And she has realized that that is the direction 80% of Kenyans or 70% of Kenyans are following. So this is a start. The other day I heard there's a guy who attended some meeting. I think they were attending some funeral there, and this senator called Murkomen was saying he's doing a lot of meetings now. The guy has kept quiet, and we were asking why is this guy keeping quiet, and he confessed and said at night he's doing a lot of meetings. Most of these government officials are Kena Kibichu, even this Matiang'i guy, I think he's in UDA. All these guys. So we're expecting a lot of movement in the next 2-3 months, and that is the way to go. It's unfortunate that our presidents defected to ODM. It's very sad.
No, Mala, you know, there are some statements you give with conclusiveness that is really disturbing.
Okay, I withdraw that. So I was saying, in the next 2-3 months, we expect a lot of movements. And even Raila Odinga might defect to UDA.
You said Jubilee is dead, and we still have Jubilee government. So which is which?
But we don't have a Jubilee government. It is not there. It is Raila Odinga. If you go to parliament, those the chairmen of committees, he took over from Jubilee. So which Jubilee are you talking about?
So government is in parliament?
No, you see most of the things. Jubilee is no more, my friend.
Point of information, Bernard.
When did we last have a cabinet in this country? More than 1 year ago or 8 months ago.
Cabinet. Okay, Mala, thank you very much. Point of information, who is that?
Okay, in Rashford. Point of information as you that, what is the name? Is it Mala or what? Okay, as you said that there's no more Jubilee. I think what he was supposed to say is that the unit that the President Raila Amolo Odinga had just transferred to the parliament, as he spoke that to say that there's no more Jubilee government. There's Jubilee government, but more the BBI issues just took over from the Jubilee itself.
Okay, I didn't get you clearly. Can you take that point again? And please be louder.
Okay, I was saying, do you hear me? Unanisikiza vizuri?
Okay, you don't have to hold the microphone close to yourself. Just be audible.
Are you cutting me now?
Yes, yes.
Are you cutting me?
Carry on. Hey.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Are you
I can
cutting
hear
me?
you. Yes,
okay,
yes. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. I was just saying that it was just a bunch of information, just both of you. The other one says that the Jubilee government is this there. The other one says that Raila Amolo Odinga just took over from there. But in my view, this Jubilee government is just still there. But due to that unity back of handshake and Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga just took our nation as being one. That is why we didn't hate being this part. These people are of the other side, and this member of parliament are the other side. So it means that the parliament was one in that case, but under the Jubilee government. That was just
So you can call it coalition government.
Actually, exactly.
Okay.
But that was unity back.
Thank you for the information.
But can I contribute?
Santos.
Can I contribute? Can I just pass my submission?
No, just
can I
hold
proceed?
on. We're coming to you. We're coming back to you.
Okay,
from
thank
Santos
you. Okay, thank you.
Unmute, Santos, unmute. You unmute your mic, then speak. You're still mute. Okay, we can't get you clearly. Able mute, unmute. Okay, I think you need to deal with your gadget.
Can I ask Mala a question?
Okay, Themba, ask Mala a question.
Mala, you seem not to be honest with some parts of information. You're suggesting that Raila has taken all the committees in parliament. Yet parliament, when parliamentarians get to parliament, they are all parliamentarians. They are not in executive. So can you be clear so that we avoid propaganda? If we have propaganda, we'll deal with propaganda. But when you're dealing with information, we need to give the appropriate information. Mala.
Yes, Bernard, is it my time?
Can I contribute before I disappear?
Hold on, Mala seems not to be there to respond to Themba.
Mala and Bernard, those who want to contribute and disappear, they want to be heard, but they don't want to hear.
Come on, man. We have Kombali.
Subirini kwanza, lazima tufuate foleni. Naomba kila mmoja. Okay, Santos hajatengeneza sauti yake. Naomba tusikie from Rashford, alafu tuendelee mbele. Swali lako Themba tutajibiwa wakati Mala atafufuka. Rashford, go ahead. Are you there?
Okay. Thank you so very much, Bernard. Okay, good evening, guys. Okay, I think according to today's motion or just to today's topic about Waiguru, to me, I can say that Waiguru has just buried herself politically. You know, politics is just whenever you need to be very vigilant. The moment you just messed up, even a second, it will just take you back several steps. So to me, to say that William Ruto will just gain from Waiguru, but my view, I can say that William Ruto has not gotten anything from Waiguru. Waiguru herself has just messed up. In fact, Waiguru, if I was a chief advisor for Waiguru, it was better for her to just stay wherever she was and just to defend herself politically. You know, at the moment now, it's now seem these politicians have no, they have no stand. They are not decisive at the moment. They are just following waves. They don't think for our people. They are just selfish guys. And for me, Waiguru has just lost Kirinyaga. Because even if she just left for UDA, already UDA, we have that lady, Ngirici. Ngirici is like William Ruto. He's just started politics 4 years ago. So to just start today and to just shift to that ground that Ngirici has just gotten is very hard. That is to me. Again, if Waiguru again today says that I won't join UDA, or let's say to ODM or to be deputy president for other guys, to me I can say that also these other guys will say that this imports watermelon too. That is, if he don't have akachielewa kwa wapi. So I don't see. But the current political formation is just it is now becoming just tougher and tougher each and every second. As as temper. In fact, I concur with temper. To win a political or just an election at the moment, it needs formation. But the deputy president at the moment is just this guy is just a strategist. They see an opportunity and they just grab that opportunity. Because at the moment we can see that he has never looked for any coalition. As for Baba is well calculating again. And if I say that Baba has support everywhere. But to lose Musalia Mudavadi, to lose Kalonzo, and to lose also Weta. You know, these other people, they always say that Weta has nothing to bring to the table. But we can't demean him. He has something. So at the moment, politics, I can say that we are just heading to tougher times. But to me, to my view, deputy president's camp is just well strategic, well calculative. And again, the only problem that they have is when they will be just nominating or just appointing deputy president. It will be a tough decision. I can say that. And that is now when the politics starts. At the moment, you don't have politics. Because everybody is just waiting for another one to just pick this and this and this and the other one. For me, even if you say that political formation is just going on, there is no political formation at the moment. Political formation will starts or just begins when the deputy president big running mate. That is when you can just discuss politics. That is my submission. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rashford. Santos, have you sorted out the sound issue?
Yes. Kabisa.
Karibu sana. We can now hear you. Karibu.
Make your submission. My submission is, unaona huyu ayaga huyu. After me give him opportunity. Amenipinga kwa muda sana, lakini reality is coming now. Ayaga. Lakini sawa tu, utaelewa venye hii politics ya Kenya itaenda.
Why are you inviting Ayaga into your submission?
Sasa Waiguru amefanya decision mzuri sana kuja UDA. Kama sisi watu wa UDA tunamwelcome. We need him actually. Yes, mbaya. Yes, mbaya. Na sisi watu ya UDA tusiongee sana mengi kuhusu yeye. Wacha akuje. Atakuja kwa line. Na yeye amefanya kitu mzuri sana kuja Ngirici.
Sorry, your internet has failed you. Ayaga is waiting for you. Come back, please. Sorry. I think he will sort out his internet issues later. Can we hear from Generali? Then now Ayaga can come in. Generali Idi Dada. Idi Amin Dada. This is serious. Generali, upo haupo? Generali seems to have been taken. Ayaga, karibu.
My audio iko sawa sasa?
A little better. You raise your voice kiasi, tutakusikia vizuri.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me just go straight away to the issues of Waiguru. I think Waiguru is a guy in confusion, you know. In UDA, he has no chance.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
You you need to move closer to the mic.
Okay. Then niko sawa sasa.
Bado.
Demba wacha vitina.
Bado.
Ayaga, continue, please.
Maybe it is your net, Vemba.
We can hear him loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Waiguru is a guy on confusion. Number one, Waiguru has no chance in UDA. He cannot have chance again. Maybe mid next year, when now the transfers will be done on a serious note, going back to maybe Jubilee or a formation that look like Jubilee. Waiguru has lost. He's just looking for political survival. Period. And he's just a lady. He wants to threaten people to be taken care of politically, maybe in the future. So I don't see a big deal. Ruto will still get whatever he have to get from Kirinyaga or anywhere. And I want to tell people like Mala, you know, propaganda needs some sides of doing things. Doing propaganda at Raila Odinga is in government, the guys are in committee. Let me teach people like Mala. In the pure presidential system that we are using today, because they are confusing it with what we had, independent constitution. You know, they opposed this constitution in 2010. So they have never taken time to read it and understand. In this pure presidential system, all members of parliament, all members, no right wing, no left wing, all members of parliament are doing oversighting role without no party affiliation. In those committees, we have what we call the parliamentary parties. Let me teach Mala. Kama ananipata. Parliamentary parties are the parties that are allowed to form committees. We have only three parliamentary parties: Jubilee, Wiper, and ODM. So ODM and Jubilee forms the bigger shares in those committees. And then the other parties that allied to them, they hook or they call those members to those committees. After forming those committees, if a committee has 15 members, those 15 members people, they sit down, they elect their own chair in their own volition. It is not written anywhere in the constitution that finance budget committee should be headed with somebody from government. I'm waiting for that article for people like Mala to tell me the article in the Constitution where it states that Parliament Financial Budget Committee should be headed by somebody from the government. Whereas the constitution we have do not have the right wing and the left wing kind of parliament. We have unitary parliament. In fact, we have our constitution says we have a bicameral parliament, a parliament of two houses, not a parliament of left wing and right wing. Now, there is where these guys are getting confused. You know, how did the ODM members actually led those committees? When Jubilee was in Bisari and some of their members, some of the Jubilee members actually shift their allegiance, so they voted for the ODM guys to head those the whatever the committee. They are confusing this with the post we call the majority leader in both houses. The majority leader is not voted by anyone, and that's their removal is also based on parties. Yeah, those majority leader is given to a party with majority members in parliament. It is written in the constitution that majority leader shall or will come from a party with or a coalition with more members of parliament. Even if ODM Raila could have not managed to presidency, yeah, and ODM got more members, ODM could have majority leader. And that's why in this parliament, what we have, all these members of parliament, include the Senate, those guys are doing overall oversighting role, which is supposed to be done by opposition. These things we call CG majority leaders, what head of committee. These are just the previous things we call the kitchen cabinet of an opposition leader. Yeah. And that's why we people who actually supported this constitution and understand it, we said 20% is wrong. And that's why where the confusion is. And that confusion is what we wanted to correct in BBI. Yeah, because there is a lot of confusion. Is people like Mala who are born, bred, breathed, and brought up in Moi Nyayo's government, they still believe there is somebody called opposition. They still believe opposition have a kitchen cabinet. They still believe that the parliament we have today, there is a right wing and a left wing. Yeah, they still believe at majority leader is like civil war. That is where the problem is. And that's why they are creating a lot of propaganda for people with less information in understanding these things. But their time is numbered. I had him talk about what again at UDA. I'm telling you from bottom of my heart, I have been in opposition since I was born. I know the characteristics of somebody who is going to opposition. My grandmother told me long time ago. I told my brothers in 2017 the characteristics. They burned my house back in the village because I told them the truth and the characteristics of somebody who is going to opposition. And they burned my house. I'm telling Mala from bottom of my heart, characteristics of opposition is what Ruto's going to be. Number one, the mass. You do a correct mobilization. Anywhere you go, there are people. Number one, characteristics markets. From 1992, look at Matiba's politics, Raila Odinga's, now come to William Ruto. That's number one. Second characteristics is sabotage, sabotaging things. The other day, they are hashtag, don't watch Citizen TV. Tomorrow, they will be hashtag, don't buy Brookside milk. or don't buy gas, use stoves, because those gases are making Raila rich. Those are the characteristics of somebody who is going to position, sabotaging things. Take it to the bank. Number two, a characteristics of somebody who is going to opposition, you are in government and you are opposing government. My grandmother told me in rule number 3, hiyo ndio ujinga to the highest order. Huwezi sukuma gari ukiwa ndani. Gari ukitaka
Bernard,
kusukuma
Bernard,
unatoka
I
nje,
have a question.
moja unatoka
No, I have
nje,
a question. The topic of the
Hold
day
on,
is
Sam.
Bernard,
known, but the topic of the day is
I have a
known,
question
but
too.
now
Ngoja kwanza.
this guy is
Wait.
just starting.
I have a
No, we
question
can't be
too.
here
Hey,
listening
order,
for
order,
somebody's
everybody.
topic, man.
Order,
cannot
order, everybody.
oppose the government. You
Sam,
cannot
thank
oppose
you.
the government
My
when
friend, is this guy attacking Mala? I'm just hearing Mala Mala. I thought the topic
Yeah,
was
it's just
was
out of
about
the
Waiguru.
topic, and the moderator is just
It was about
nodding the
Waiguru.
head. It's very wrong.
you and you are not available.
Mala, not Mala.
Yeah.
It's about Waiguru.
Look here, it's responding to Mala's submission. Allegations that were raised by Mala in his submission. He's only giving a response by setting the record clear. So how is that a problem?
Bernard, can
It
I
is.
finish?
Yeah, how is it a problem, Sam? Oh, hold on, Ayaga, just a minute.
Let me tell you that response is just trying to widen it too much, of which is putting some submission na mambo yake hapo ndani. A response is just short and then from that I end a submission for the day. You know, for us, we will not be waiting for him just an attack Mala, and we don't know. You know,
Sam, there was no attack on Mala. It is setting
come
record
on.
clear on the
Unless
constitution.
for some
I
of
think
us
I
who
heard him
don't
talking
know.
about Mala. And he
Ngoja
repeated
kwanza.
almost 10 times.
You people are becoming irritating too much. Look here, ngoja kwanza. I want us to debate factually. There is the constitutional provision and there is propaganda. All those things must be separated and nobody's attacking another. If somebody says the leader of the majority is stipulated for it like this in the constitution, I think that's more credible and more information that we need to buy on other than somebody's hearsay.
How is that related to today's topic? You may ask.
My friend, we are talking politics. We are not in church. That you prescribe me a verse
just hold on, Ayaga. You have a minute to finish your submission, Ayaga. But Sam, hold on. Note down whatever you want to react to. When it's your turn to make submission, you will respond. From Ayaga, we are going to come now. Sawa.
Okay,
Ayaga, please.
Thank you for protecting me, Bernard. You know, I'm talking politics. I'm actually deconstructing politics. I'm not doing a preaching or a church thing. You know, I'm a Catholic. You know, in the Catholic, when a verse is set in Rome, that verse is what is being preached up to village where I come from in Rarieda. So I'm not doing that. I have to talk about so many issues. I was giving you the characteristics of somebody who is going to opposition, and then they start sweating because they are seeing that characteristics of somebody that have not even mentioned the name. I'm saying number 3, you are opposing the government, you are inside it. It's like pushing a vehicle ukiwa ndani. That is the stupidity of the highest order. If you want to oppose the government, get away out of that government, oppose the government. Raila Odinga did it in 2013 while he was prime minister. The result, everybody knows. And whoever is doing it today, I wish them well.
Ayaga hapo umetudanganya bwana. Raila mwenye alikuwa akiimba carpet ni ndogo.
Lastly, kwa sababu naona watu wanakuwa na tumbo joto, I'm urging the people, because you know, if you take me to propaganda, I'm well in it, and if you take me to whatever, I'm good in it. So the people who are getting agitated, they don't understand the constitution. They don't understand the constitution, number 1, and they are just making those propaganda on hearsay. If you start asking them, now tell me, which article of the constitution allows anybody from another party to sit in a certain committee? They will not tell you. The issues of Waiguru, you want me to talk about Waiguru is going nowhere? In fact, in Mount Kenya, 60% of elected leaders, like they never get re-elected. Like Mary, it is only Kanini Kega, member of parliament, who was elected again there. So suppose, like now, all of them go to UDA, and then they lose their seats by 2022. I don't know how that will help Ruto or that one will help anybody. So you must be very careful with Mount Kenya, with elected leaders heading to a general election. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ayaga. Can we hear from Come Now?
Hey, hi everybody. Hot topic. I'm kind of disappointed that all these young people are talking about old generation leadership. I was like, man, I wish Ayaga, Mala can say, hey, we want to run. You have to take over the country, man. Don't let these people control the country. I wish, I'm here in the United States, and I've been kind of disappointed on us following the old people. Talking about Ruto. Ruto have been in the government for a long time. So I think Waiguru has messed up because the lady Ngirici was gonna take over the city, and there's gonna be a fight, and it's gonna go end up being like Jubilee. You know, when Jubilee and Ruto took over and helped people be nominated, his buddies took over the nomination. It's gonna end up like that. It's gonna be blackmail. So nobody's gonna win. It's gonna be a fight, and everybody is gonna be changing parties. So it's gonna be fiasco. So I think it's a game, and I'm thinking maybe somebody's told Waiguru to go and do it so that he can bring chaos in that party. So that's gonna be chaos. I promise you. There's gonna be nobody's gonna win there. The enemy of UDA and Jubilee are gonna win because there's no way out. What's her name? Garisha, I think, gonna allow Waiguru to go ahead and do that. So what I'm kind of disappointed is us as young people continue relying on old school leadership or blackmail. Waiguru is blackmailing Jubilee. UDA is blackmailing Jubilee. Ruto is blackmailing the president. The president is blackmailing Ruto. So everybody's stabbing each other's back. And that's old school politics, Moi style of politics. And who is suffering? Young people like Ayaga, young people like Mala, young people like Bernard. So I think as a group, we need to say, okay, fine. What is Waiguru going to UDA is going to benefit Mwananchi right now, especially this on the struggle of petrol, gas? What is Ruto doing to help Mwananchi right now? You keep on saying that he's benefiting by Waiguru coming in, but there's a bigger picture. Why can't he say, okay, fine, they talk about the bottom up. Waiguru is coming to help the bottom up. What about helping bottom up right now by talking to Keter? Keter, I think Keter was brought in by Ruto. Hold Keter accountable, I think so, the CS of gas, and help people. So I think all these people coming from one party to another is not helping the hustler. It's all chaos, and that chaos has been there since Moi. And guess who is struggling, who is suffering? The common Mwananchi in Eldoret, the common Mwananchi in Kisumu. So it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be waste of time. And I think I like this forum, and I think I'm praying that one day we can have a forum talking about how can we help ourselves, young men, young lady. How can we say enough of Uhuru, enough of Ruto, enough of Raila, or enough of Wetangula, enough of Kalonzo? Let's get Bernard running for presidency. Forget about this blackmailing. These people are too much. They're blackmailing each other. Nobody among UDA, nobody in Jubilee are coming out in the street and say, how can we help the common Mwananchi? So I think Waiguru is wasting time. All these leaders are wasting time. You guys take over your country. Let's take over the country. I think
But
that's the bottom line.
Kamano, let me stop you for a second.
Right.
You know, Kenya, the problem is tribalism. Okay, so
you know why? Can I say why? Can I answer you on that?
Because we can make the right decisions when we're voting based on our tribal lines, you know, like we can't make any decisions
Do you know
because
why? Can I answer you?
sure.
Young people, man, the Twitter people, you guys are the one lighting up that country. That the majority of young people use your Twitter.
No, because this
Talk
is what's
about it.
happening. I mean, Kenya is not United States, brother. Like
No,
Kenya
no.
people doesn't have jobs. If somebody comes with a billionaire like William Ruto and give youth money, or Raila, a billionaire,
Okay.
or Waiguru, a billionaire, give them money like 500 shillings.
Why?
500 shillings, they will
I have a
vote.
question for you. Why
They will vote
is Kenya
differently.
doesn't have a job today? That's your question.
There's no jobs because of corruption.
Why?
Because
Why?
there's corruption. Like the government does not create jobs. All they
Who is
do
in the
is
government today? Who has been in leadership? Uhuru? Raila?
No,
Ruto?
Raila has not been in the leadership. It's Uhuru and Ruto who has been in the leadership. Raila has not been in the leadership. Raila
When Uhuru Ruto.
Order everybody. Order everybody.
Can I answer that?
Kebene, stay in order, please.
Thank you.
Let's not have exchange match for the benefit of those people who are watching and following the program. Give Kamnao to ample time to make his submission. If you have a question, you will ask, and then
Bernard. But I was just trying to tell him. I was just trying to tell
stay
him
behind the curtain if you don't have.
Let me finish. Okay, my point is, Kenya has to rise up. Waiguru is wasting our time. Ruto is wasting our time. President Uhuru is wasting our time. Raila is wasting our time. Watengula is wasting our time. Kalonzo and Mudavadi, these people have been in the government and they're playing us. So Mwananchi is not gonna benefit by Waiguru going to UDA. So that's my point. And as I finish, the notion that the Kenya doesn't have jobs, the young people doesn't have a job. Why? The same people promise, the Uhuru Ruto government promised computers. They say they'll have millions of jobs. Washindwa, people those people are hypocrites. They should have been having jobs by now. So if you come 9 years and trying to promise me jobs, all these leaders, Raila and Uhuru and Ruto, they're hypocrites, and it's just disappointing. They should have done that already many years. The young people don't have jobs because we've had horrible leadership since Kenyatta regime. Moi was horrible, 24 years. So all these leaders, you guys, man, take them out. I think Bernard should run for presidency, and I'm done.
Thank you for the endorsement. But I really appreciate it. I'll make my stand soon. All the same, Tenebe, Kebene, sorry. Kebene,
Yes,
you had questions. Carry on.
Yes, I had a question like for what do we call come now? Yes, come now. Like, let me tell you. First of all, don't put Raila in this. Like, okay, Raila has been out as an opposition leader. Okay, he doesn't access anything to do with money of the government money. So how will he create jobs? But the problem with Raila ni ile yenye akishindwa hawezi accept na aseme I have been defeated, in elections. Now I'm going to opposition, and then we will make a government with Uhuru and Ruto and come up with the government. Like, he will be in opposition, but he will be supporting the government kwa moves yenye tasaidia mwananchi. The problem ya Kenya ni hii. Saa hii mimi ni contest nishindwe, na mimi najua kabisa nimeshindwa, nakuja nakataa, nasema hii election mimi sijashindwa, naanza kuambia watu wangu and then streets.
Are you forgetting that Raila became a prime minister?
Yeah, when he was just a ceremonial prime minister. He didn't have any power. Kibaki was running his government. He was just a ceremonial prime minister, and that's why he wasn't even treated right.
So you are saying it's like Ruto now?
It's like Ruto now. Ruto is toothless. He doesn't have any power.
You people, why are you hell-bent?
Can I ask him now? Can I ask him now a question?
But you guys are not letting me answer. Let me answer.
Sure.
I think because he's saying Ruto is toothless, Raila has not been the government. I think the person that should rule Kenya is a woman. and that's Martha. Martha Karua needs to take over the government to teach men some discipline, because men cannot do nothing. They have been defeated. They're encouraging corruption. So I think we as Mutembei, Bernard, your running mate should be Martha Karua. Go ahead.
No. Like, okay, like, so this is what's happening. Leadership, it doesn't have to be a woman that can lead watu. You know, like, leadership ni kitu yenye inatoka roho na ni kitu yenye inatoka kwa Mungu. Kama mtu kweli anataka kulead, na asaidie watu, atasaidia watu. Hata Uhuru, vile Uhuru alikuja kama Mungu. Ungedhani angekuja kuchange Kenya mpaka kila kitu change. Lakini ona sasa. It's because these people are liars, man. Like, mtu akikuja anakuja as holy as something else. And then when he gets the power, all they do steal.
Thank you.
There's nothing, there's nothing they're doing over there. So what I'm saying is, for me,
okay. Thank you, Kebene. Thank you. Okay. Can we now hear the question from Themba?
Yes.
Come now. You say very good points, though I find them a little utopian, yeah. Especially when you say that we need to move all of them, while you know the reality on the ground wouldn't favor what you say.
No.
So I think it would be appropriate for you, like when you say all of them, you sound more like you support Jimmy Wanjigi, which is okay.
No,
but
no. I'm saying
Jimmy
Wanjigi already has been in the government. You're saying it's impossible. Look at Khartoum. What happened to al-Bashir? The guy is gone. Guess who removed that guy? Our lady standing on the top of a car. Come on, man. With them, but you can do it. Go stand and say, and be a vijana wote wavae vinyasa. Come on. Vijana wachukue.
You know, come now, you're not being realistic, because what you're saying is so nice from the. You remember why Ngugi wa Thiong'o was attacked by many scholars? Do you know that? Did you read his debate between him and William Ochieng of Maseno University? The two professors had a debate, and the controversial perspective was that Ngugi wa Thiong'o was talking from his experiences outside the struggle, while William Ochieng was talking from experiences within the struggle. So there's the perspective of those who are.
Before you continue.
Yeah,
come now. Hold on, please. Okay. Let the question be framed completely.
And who was president during Obama regime?
Come now. Hold on. I haven't finalized the question.
Themba, go ahead. Everybody, keep your mic mute until it's your time to speak. Thank you.
So there's a notion and the perspective of the diaspora community that there's a particular magic thing that can be done to change the political terrain as it is right now. So as we give comments, come now, yes, it is true we need change. It's true we need it to happen, but we do not need not give utopian solutions to a core problem that is already there. You know the problem in Kenya right now, political terrain. You know what is going on. Well, it's a good idea, but it is a bit utopian to imagine all of them will go. So what would you give as a realistic measure right now, as a realistic approach to what is happening?
Okay, I've met all of those guys. I've met Ruto, I've met Kalonzo, I've met Raila, and everything they promised, even Kalonzo, they never kept it. They've never kept it. The only solution that I have for Kenya is for you young people to say enough is enough, okay? Because for Kenya to change, it's not going to change under Ruto. Forget it. It's not going to change under Raila. Forget that. You're not going to get no jobs. No, those guys have been there for many years. It's not going to change under Kalonzo. So it's going to be, we saying, why are we dependent on these people? Stop depending on these people. Say enough is enough. Like yesterday, I saw Baraza, a video going around. Maybe you've seen it, giving money to the women. Have you seen that video? is giving money to the women. Why? Why will the women go and pick the money? Because that's what they want. So we have to start saying enough is enough, and you and me has to do it. If you like, from now, if you want some money for civic education, I'm ready to send it for you. I've been talking to some people in the ground. I'm ready to civic education and start talking about our people, saying, hey, why is Kamnao becoming an MP and within 5 years he has a Mercedes Benz and he used to drive a tuk-tuk? Amekuwa mheshimiwa na sasa kwani wewe utaki Mercedes? Kwani wewe mdeba utaki Mercedes? So we have to start teaching our people. So let's do this. And as I end, the biggest change, let's have civic education. Come up with something, I'll give you $1,000 and let's teach our people. Let's teach our people the truth. Tell them, Raila amefanya hivi, Ruto amekuwa president for vice president, hivi. And then we teach them, we tell them the truth. Let's start small. Let's build our own factories. Our own. Let's forget about the government and start slowly. And Mutembei show can come up with a factory, Mutembei factory in Nakuru. Let's buy a small plot. Let's start a company. That's the only way. We cannot rely on the MPs, senators, and government anymore. Let's start our own. Let's do our own things. Thank you. Civic education. Let's do it. That makes sense?
Thank you, Kamnao.
Yeah, you sure did. Sure did. Civic education, that was good response.
Information is paramount to people making informed decisions, other than just riding on a wave that may hand them to a cliff that may land them in a wrong place.
Bernard, I have a question for you.
Carry on.
Mtembei show, we have somebody like them, smart people. Why can't you come up with a civic education and then we can sponsor it and teach our people? A challenge. Let's teach our young men. Let's have young people teach them why it's important not to accept. They can accept the bribe, but choose the correct leaders. Can you do that? Have a week of civic education, non-stop. Bring an expert here, man. Let's help our people, and you can do it. You guys are too famous. Why can't you do that?
We are well able to do that. We just need to put it in proper framework, and then it works. So it's nothing beyond us. We will just let's say we have our WhatsApp group. That's where we discuss matters. I would love that you join if you haven't joined. Then from there we can come up with a systematic. Because as in Mtembei TV, we are on the cutting edge, bringing you the latest from all around the country. So we have a proper infrastructure to do that civic education.
Okay. Bernard, I'm willing to share my account number so that guy can deposit the $1,000 in my account.
Take that offer, man. Take that offer. I mean, you're given an offer, you take it.
I will give you my account number, please. I will give you my account number.
Come now, hold on.
Let's do it. Why not?
Come now. Get in touch with the Mutembei. Get in touch with the Mutembei, and then you work the rest.
Perfect. Let's do
it. This private chat on your, is it on your right?
Let me do that.
Yeah, you can put your WhatsApp number there, then we will contact you from there. The private chat part.
Thank you.
Not the public. Okay. All right. Now let's make progress. Where is this?
Kebenei left.
Themba, we are back with you.
Kebenei left.
Kebenei, I think is having some hitches with the net.
Mala was supposed to be responding to a question we asked him, and he disappeared before responding. Mala, you just love shouting from behind the curtain, and you don't want to respond to questions.
Which question? Maybe you can say you can repeat the question again.
I was just bringing you on. I can see you now. I know how to bring Mala out of the darkness. You know, he loves shouting. He loves shouting from behind. Mala, why are you lying to us? Why are you trying to
No,
tell
I'm not
us
lying. I'm not lying. I will take time and I will share. I'm not lying. What I'm telling you is the truth.
No, it's not the truth, Mala. You know, everybody has a truth according to them. You remember the story of the 3 blind men who went to touch an elephant? One touched the tusk, another one touched the tail, the other one touched this part, you know, the skin. So the skin one was rough, the tusk was tough, the tail was smooth. So they were told to describe an elephant. One said an elephant is so tough. Another one says an elephant is so rough. And another one says the elephant is so smooth. So you see, the truth is as that very subjective. So you, when you're
No
speaking,
problem. I will be supporting my contribution with I'll be supporting with evidence. I'll be giving evidence.
Okay,
this starting tomorrow.
Yeah, it is important that when you come, once you have declared your interest, we know your interest, but as much as possible, support your information.
I will be supporting.
Not with hearsay.
No,
You know,
no,
like
I will be supporting.
there's what they give. There's what they give
I stand with what I say, and I'll be supporting.
There's what they give in political podiums for their own interest, because they want to woo masses. They will carefully avoid certain information so that they keep you to a certain level. But Mala, you are fairly aware of where the truth stands. So it is important that as much as possible, yes, you support the guy, but give a fair view, isn't it, Mala?
Sawa.
Na kwanza yeye ni senior citizen. He's supposed to oversee us. Sasa ukianza kutuchanganya na sisi ndio watoto wako, itakuwa vipi?
Don't worry.
Umeweza Mala.
Naomba tuendelee na debate. So, Themba. So Waiguru brings nothing for Ruto, and then what happens?
Yeah, Waiguru as it is, she's not bringing anything substantial. Maybe to an extent the financial part, because of whatever it is that she has been able to accumulate for the many years that she has been, she was in the government. She left because of corruption case. That even Ruto himself for some moment called her that she's a queen of catwalking and kizungu mingi. So when she left with a loot, right? And then she goes to Kirinyaga. Then before long, she's taken to the Senate because of the loot. So if she's bringing anything on the table, would be the substantial amount that she's holding, the war chest, as they call it. To some extent, Bernard, I think, I said here, I think she took herself to ESCC in preparation for this move.
Yes.
Because that was a time that you would look for a reason for you to explain your next move. In politics, you don't just move. You have to look for a reason to explain your move. If she's going to move to, and if you notice today, Bernard, I didn't know if you noticed how she spoke. She said, "Mnataka niende na chama gani?" Then she said, "Mimi nitaenda kuwaambia, si mimi nilisema, ni nyinyi mmesema." Now, whom was she going to tell? Who had sent her?
She claims the people of Kirinyaga sent her to Ruto.
No, there's that statement. She said that now I will go and tell them that I'm not the one who said, you are the ones who said. So according to her, she's not the one who has left Jubilee. She's not the one. It is the people who have told her to go to Jubilee. You see?
Yes.
So who is this? that is sending her? And who is this that she's worried about that she cannot speak for herself, that have actually gone to Jubilee?
No, I think she's running away from responsibility.
Exactly.
And then, like it has been well painted, the ground has shifted against her, and she's crippling to hold on anything that may be used as an excuse. But I think it's too early in the day to do that kind of political mistake, in my opinion. She will have gained more staying put than jumping, because just by last week she was with the MaDVD looking for running mate seat before we even analyzed it. She's now with Yuda. By next week it could be Wiper. I mean, Mama Maendeleo chap chap.
No, Wiper has been there. You remember Kalonzo going to Kirinyaga. You remember that particular point. I think it was immediately after MaDVD. Kalonzo also went to Kirinyaga. And they came, they took a photo. When she was coming from ESCC, Savula was there with her. And they said they were trying to court her. And now she's coming in, and immediately she's saying that I will tell them it is the people who have said, no, who are these? Is she going to tell MaDVD? Is she going to tell Kalonzo? Who is she going to tell? And you know, the Jubilee ticket basically for her is like she's already being locked out. She's been complaining about Kibisho for a long time, you know, that Kibisho is going to implement some government opening, some government projects in Kirinyaga without her knowledge. Kibisho the other day was in Kirinyaga with Ngirici. You remember there was something they were doing there with Ngirici. So the way she's being cornered, it's put her in a place where, and then the people who would have supported her are the MCS. You know, the MCS, she's already looked like she was disrespecting them, you know, and she didn't want to hear anything from them. When they went to the Senate, her husband was part of the legal team that was protecting her. You know, those are some of the things that the ground is saying that, no, this cannot happen to us. So for Ngirici, she might not necessarily be a very good politician on the ground, but Waiguru is losing the argument by the dart that she's carrying on her way as she's going. So I think she's a hot potato for any person who wants to hold her. You know, the way you take it, put it in the mouth, you want it out very fast, but you can't kick her out. You want to let her go by herself. So I don't know what value she's gonna add in the other side, but it's gonna be. I don't think she's gonna find accommodation. Actually, for the next few days, it might be very, very interesting.
It's building up to be a very interesting season as things begin to unfold and people begin to shift grounds. Wekesa, welcome back. And I think before you come, let's have Benjamin. Benjamin has just come. Benjamin, the first son of Jacob, where are you? Is it Benjamin? No, Benjamin is the last son. Reuben is the first. Benjamin seems to hajafika. Okay, Wekesa, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I've been following you guys behind the scene. I've had so many allegations from my good friend Mala. I don't know whether he has disappeared. At some point, he claims, I don't know why they are so excited about crowds. They are excited that everybody is moving to UDA. And Uhuru and Raila has lost grounds. I normally ask people question, which ground has Raila lost? There are people who told us Raila has lost the coast. then you ask, the first question I asked was, he has lost to who? How? He has lost who? And when you ask them to explain, they will tell you, oh, Amina Juma is in UDA. They will tell you Mohammed is in UDA. And then they will tell you King seems to have left Baba. He has left, he has gone where? He has left with who? You know, I sometimes people just get excited for nothing. And as far as I'm concerned, in fact, the regions are more consolidated than they were before. When you look at the coast, I think Uhuru made more inroads in the coast than the UDA have done. There was quite a sizable of people who believed in Jubilee than the floating UDA who are just following crowds but have no serious engagements and establishments. I would advise them, just as Abraham Lincoln said, that if I'm given 8 hours to cut a tree, I'll take 6 hours sharpening an axe. They should not underrate the people who are quiet, and they are meeting different strategic people. A house stands on pillars. When you see someone taking time to erect pillars and know that he's and laying foundation, know that the structure, or digging the foundation even deeper, know that the structure he wants to erect is a deeper one. There are people who have dismissed that you don't need elders, you just need to go and talk to the voters. My friend, why do we have same crowds in the same grounds by different politicians? When Kalonzo goes to Nakuru, you will have a crowd. When Raila goes to Nakuru, you have a crowd. When Mudavadi goes to Nakuru, you have a crowd. But what differentiates the crowd is when people who have done the structural analysis of the population and understood that in Nakuru we have the Chamus and this type of people that stay there, and this is how they are organized. I was told that when you go to the village, you need to know the guy who is the news reporter in the village. You need to know, if you meet that guy, you don't, it's like the newspaper has already had the headline. You will go in every home and announce that you have arrived. So you need to be strategic, and that is what the team Handshake are doing. They are taking time to unpack the mountain, and they know there are different layers and layers that the mountain is made of. And that's why you've been seeing Baba having meetings with different cadre of leaders and in the demography of the mountain, and different tribes and sub-tribes and maybe opinion leaders, because that is what it takes to bring to have a different conversation. And as much as they are making noise that Baba cannot be sold on the mountain, they also know that the conversation has changed, even on the social media. You will see the conversation have changed. The people who are right now even passionate about Baba are not people from Nyanza. There are people from Central who are sharing the clips about Baba, and they are talking about how the Mandela moment. Some of them will want to dismiss and say that these are the Omondis and Ronyangos who have changed their names to Kamau and Joroke and and Wangeshi and Wangare. But they have to admit that the conversation is changing. And initially, I like the 1,000 motivational quotes, where today it was in the BBI, where they used to say, oh, BBI is not going anywhere. Then when it moves to the next stage, they change the motivational quote. So right now, the motivational quote has been Baba anachezwa. So you wonder, huyu baba anachezwa namna gani? All these steps, baba amechezwa, maendeleo ikaenda Nyanza, baba anachezwa, amepanda mlima, baba amechezwa, and the things are changing. So at the last minute, when they will realize that this baba anachezwa can no longer be played, they will wake up late and then start saying, oh, there is deep state, oh, they want to rig election, oh, they want to do what. So it's good, but for us, we're not focusing on that because, again, when the enemy is making mistakes, you don't have to keep on reminding them that you've made mistakes. I don't know why they even spend time advising Papa. They every time Baba does something, they look to be these supernatural beings who are endowed with wisdom. And so they will want to advise him on everything that he needs to do. You see, this is Baba, I should not do this, should not do that. Kindly advise the man whom you think is doing the right thing to continue doing it, and let Baba slumber. After all, he has spent his political years and he has nothing to lose. So me, I just want to say that WAIGURU'S move is one of the most politically uncalculative. I don't know. It even lowers. I was asking myself a question. Why do you move to a party where you will even fail in a nomination? You will not even go to the finals. And if you have to go to the finals, you have to look for another party. You will run either back or run to be an independent, or run to any other briefcase party. In other words, she will go to a nomination with maybe even a certificate in the pocket from a briefcase party, just in case things don't work out. Unachomoka na hiyo. For me, if she had so many enemies and she wanted to play safe, for me, the move where she went either to Kalonzo or Mudavadi, for me, I saw that was a wise one, because that's a neutral ground. If she actually approaches, she goes on Mount Kenya with a ticket on ANC or on maybe Wiper, it's still a little bit neutral. So she may not have a backlash so much. And perhaps as an incumbent, there are people who will still support her. So she would have cut some few people from Ngirici, then cut a few people from Jubilee, and apite katikati. But the idea of joining your strong opponent is preparing a long knife for your own self-sacrifice. So I can assure you, if she goes through UDA, she will not even reach the ballot. She will be finished at the nominations, and she will be so much frustrated.
But Wekesa,
yes,
you see, that looks like also a good move on her way. You know why?
Yes.
If she goes to, she could be going to UDA knowing that she'll be rigged out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, sometimes you go to a party, just like this guy, Muhammad Ali in Coast Nyali. Already there was someone who was a preferred for the ODM in Nyali. So when he went there, he was clear that I'm going to be rigged out. But now what he did is to maximize on that, that cloud sympathy, that you see, I'm the best, but they rigged me out. So this is what could be her calculation, that, okay, fine, I know so well that Jubilee will not give me because they have hit me. So she has already used that to her advantage. Then come out, decamped to looking like she's decamping to UDA. Then, of course, the nomination process might not go in her favor. So she will come out as the hurt person and say that, you see, even this UDA is not as democratic as you thought. You see? So in that way, she can even go with any other, briefcase party that she could be having, or even independent, and say that, you see, these people are hitting me. These guys are telling you this, but they are not even any better than these other guys. So maybe that could be her calculation, because how do you go kwa kichinjio na unaona kweli naenda kunyongwa?
Wait a minute, you have a point, but she already gave us the optics. Huh? We already.
Wekesa, we can't get you.
Sorry, I'm on mute. I'm saying in Luya we have a proverb that says, you can't catch a bird that is seeing you. Okay, it has already seen you, so you cannot try to do like you want to trap it, isn't it? So when she was coming out, she made quite very funny moves, 1, 2, 3, until people saw that this person is floating and is having, you see, from the EACC drama, and then came and postured with Mudavadi, postured with Kalonzo, and then made funny remarks about BBI, and then you see, all those moves exposed her. So right now, when even she lands to UDA, even UDA itself is very suspicious. It's very suspicious of her move. And so they will not impress, she has not been impressed by the way, and you will see it. She will not be impressed the way Wamushombas were impressed. She will be welcomed at at an arm's length from a distance, knowing that this person hakona zake. And so because she's a little bit sly, and you can fool some people some of the time. You can fool all people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So this time round, if you watch conversation on social media, you will see there are those even who say we don't want her. Atatupaka uchafu. There are those who want to dismiss her from a distance. I think I haven't got a large number of people supporting. She hasn't created that euphoria that she wanted. Maybe she thought I will create some euphoria and then use it maybe to neutralize my opponent in UDA. But I think Ngirici was very smart. When she was making moves, she was even countering there. When she said, I'm listening to the people, Ngirici says, thank you, but we have been listening to the people all the way. Thank you for you who have just discovered right now that you need to be listening to the people. So she's even playing underdog. Now, the challenge is when, sympathy for Muhammad Ali, it could be understood. He came as an underdog. For somebody who is defending your seat, you can't play an underdog and create sympathy. Sometimes it's difficult because it is every bad thing is lumped on you. The new people who are coming in the scene are the ones who are seen as messiahs. So for you to accumulate enough sympathy to be re-elected, then you must chokora kabisa. So I see, she might move a few votes, but not much.
My question is,
what's your view?
Hold on, Demba.
Yes.
I have a question for Wekesa and even Demba. Why the urgency? Because making 3 moves in 2 weeks in 3 different directions. That means something is chasing you. You are not yourself.
Yeah,
Bernard,
my thought will be okay.
Bernard, okay. Before Wekesa comes in, because I want to Wekesa also to comment on the idea of Waiguru being touted as not necessarily seeking to be the governor, but a deputy president. Now, the most Bernard, remember, this is a politician. The publicity for the longest period about Waiguru has not been positive. The only thing that was coming out that was going to save her was the embrace thing and the BBI. So she has suffered a serious, and you know, when she was going with the embrace and all that, she did not calculate well to talk. Waiguru has naturally been an elite person. You know, Waiguru is elitist. She's not been Waiguru was the finance ministry, so she's worked with the president Uhuru for, so she's known money. So she had this aura of self-importance that was making her not have a lot of respect for the elected. If she was working with the elected and the MCAs on the ground, well, then shouldn't be where she is right now, you know. Now, she has to remain relevant. So for as long as she's being mentioned in some way, you know, in a way, anything that can make her be mentioned, I think that for her is what is making the urgency, that she might easily be forgotten. There's no BBI going around. There's a lot of, in my view, that is what I can say. So she wants to remain as much as possible on the news. So she has said, you know, how do we know that those are necessarily the Kirinyaga people? Those could have been mobilized youths who just came and said, yes, you go to UDA, Mesemaje, go to UDA. I mean, this is politics, all right? And then she's saying that you guys have said you want me to come back, but I have to come to UDA. Do you think that is the true picture on the ground? That is not. So I think there's some sense of in which she wants to still remain in the bargaining table. Caucus has met and has chosen Martha Karua, who was her, you know, her antagonist in the election that just passed. So she thinks that that's a threat, all right? And her having been made as a Mount Kenya Caucus spokesperson, that also complicates matters for her. So that means any political formation that's going to take place in that particular scenario, Martha Karua is going to take precedence. UDA.
Yeah, but
yeah, go ahead.
Wait a minute. You see, the reason why I'm saying it's a misstep, there's an aura she had created that she can be among those who are doubted to be heirs of Uhuru. So, in fact, you know, even some people started thinking that she can be a running mate to Raila. So she had put herself in that high rank, isn't it? But unilaterally moving and joining UDA, in fact, places her in a very awkward situation. It makes even people like this team UDA, anaitwa nani? Rigathi, ahead. Are you seeing? So if she would have maybe galvanized people who are missing in a group, Martha Karua, and then create another caucus and say, now us, if these guys will be negotiating with the handshake, and then us will negotiate with UDA, then we see that she's still playing in that league. Moving herself alone, it even lowered her rank. You see, and that's where, for me, I saw that's a miscalculation. Because she would have...
I agree with you.
She would have voted in 2 ways, huh?
The pecking order.
She's not utilizing the lawyer in the house.
Yeah.
She's not utilizing the lawyer in the house.
You're right, Wekesa. The pecking order is going to be Gachagua. then she's gonna come down.
He was very high. Then now, arriving in UDA alone, and you meet somebody at your position already. Now she's even comes lower to Ngirici. Now where do you find her? I think they will even persuade her now that Ngirici is going for governor. Can you just drop and go for women rep? Because you already won.
No, you're right, because the
She
pecking
would have
order.
created a bubble, even if they are not leaders, just create a bubble around her and then go as a team to negotiate the other side.
Actually, what you're saying is true, because the pecking order in UDA in Mount Kenya, you see, like Gachagua was very clear. He said that you can't come from anywhere. Some of us who have suffered so much for this UDA, then you want to start eating in the table. It will not be like that. So if she's gonna join there, she's gonna follow the pecking order. In Mount Kenya, of course, there's Gachagua. Now they're the ones who are planning the issues that are going up on those sides. So she will come down. And already, according to Ngirici, when they went and they met in, I don't know, Savo or where, they planned all those who is gonna be governor where for UDA. So if you are coming in right now late in the day to start saying that you want to go for governor in the UDA, then you'll be asked, where have you been all these days when we have been suffering? So I think whoever told her to go there either is more interested in her going to an political oblivion, or the calculation is that she comes and in politics anything is possible. You can always send some political, they are called double agents. You are in a particular camp, but you are not necessarily in that camp for what it has to provide, but to provide information. So that is also possible in politics. You don't trust everybody.
So in politics, when you realize you are going to fall, sometimes you fall honorably. If you realize, like, if she wanted, she can still fall, but maintain her status. This is how she can fall. If she realizes I cannot sustain the governorship bid, she just join one of the presidential candidates and say you will be a running mate. You see, you guys will not make it to presidency, but you rather raise your profile than lower it, so that you can go and be finished on a nomination of one of the youngest party. So that is, she will never even rise to contend for any other seat. So I think if she was not sure what to do, as the good book normally says, be still. Sometimes if you are not sure which step to make, she will have just kept quiet for some time and watch what is happening. And be just there. She still has the aura of the incumbents. So if you're not sure, don't make the first step. If you make the first step, then be sure you're making the right step. Otherwise, she has backtracked many steps that don't make sense. She went she strongly joined Baba and looked like she was close to Baba, then backstepped. Then she tried to look at these other contenders, what wakafikiria now she wants to be a running mate. Then she backtracked and then go back to now a party where she began. She would have just remained there, because when UDA actually, when the Hustler Nation was beginning, they were the atomic pair of the two corrupt individuals that were already ranked. She would have just been there and remained with the sympathy. Maybe at this level, she will be rivaling William in terms of sympathy. Now,
Bernard, I beg to step out a little bit. Okay, I don't know if I'll still find us there. Yeah.
I think is even
even I was going to No, me, I wanted to come and tell you good night, but now I had not contributed. I just wanted maybe you give me a chance. I say something and then sleep. But it's not bad to conclude.
Like we have more views than the people in the studio. We either get new people in, or we call it a day.
I just call it a day. It's enough.
It's the middle of the week.
Yeah, we will have another topic tomorrow.
All right. Then
Okay.
I think we concluded there.
Okay, yes, thank you so much. We hope Waiguru gets good guidance with her political journey. But right now, the move is suicidal, in my view.
A strange move indeed. She needs to settle down. Why is she running around? What is he chasing her? In my opinion, she's blundering because she's running from something. The best way to handle your opposition, your opposers, is not to show them how shaken you are by their moves, and then the counter response, like the unity between Kibicho and Ngirici, she should have come up with her own version of unity, just to keep the politics within the local scenario. So why should you go looking for support outside until you secure it within? Has she reached out to the MCS and tried to persuade them otherwise and give them some goodies to help them begin to change their mind about her? So I think she's politically naive, and the husband, who is a lawyer, needs to be advising her better. I think she needs both legal and political advice at this point in time. All the same, we are in that season of madness. Let's see how everything plays out. So,
okay, yeah, I've done my part. Ask Gerald if he has.
Gerald Idi Amin, I looked for him, he didn't show up. Are you there now? If it's not there, let's just mention a few guys and then we call it a day.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate all of you for making it at Mtembei TV and following into the discussion. I want to appreciate PG Games, Rafael Musioka, Titus Muthiani. Thank you so much. Silly 2 TV, we appreciate you. Hazel Jelimo, thank you so much. Titus Muthiani again. Eric Ayaga, thank you. We appreciate you so much. We have Dixon Kimeli. We appreciate you for sticking by. We have Blesty Shama. Thank you for keeping at Mtembei TV. Rafael Musioka, Bakari Ali, thank you so much, our faithful viewer and follower of this program and the contributor for that matter. Blessed 254, thank you so much. God bless you. Aaron, there is AOG May TV, thank you so much. Aaron Ruto, thank you. We look forward to having more time together. Ruben Kariuki, tunakushukuru sana, tuendelee kuwa pamoja katika Mtembei TV. Grace Kamau, Dixon Omondi, we have Trust the Process. That's Trust the Process. Thank you so much. What else? Who else? Dennis Ondieki, thank you. Alex Mpemba, Mungu awabariki sana. Tunawashukuru. Tuendelee kuwa pamoja, tutegee tena show ingine keshoye. God bless you. Have a good night.